And we are live.
Hello, everybody.
Hello everyone, welcome to Pathfinder Campaign Session 2 Dragon Fall. And from now on I'm gonna mostly shut up.
For introducing us, Finn. It is me again, our lovely DM host for this session, Tout, and we've got a great group here. Who wants to recap what happened last time? As everyone goes quiet.
Okay, so the group met up, Dragon fell, Sapine didn't get her booze, didn't get repaid either. Maffeo had a conflict of interest between being with Trebal and the rest of the group. A goblin basically indirectly stole money from Trebal. Trebal was called a racist because he kind of is. Crom was Crom, and Auden slept.
Sounds like a fantastic start to a D&D campaign. All right. Well, and does everybody remember where they were at the end of our session last time?
Snarling in.
The inn.
Room in the the surly snarl.
There we go. Someone got it right. All right, and it is probably about 6 in the in the evening. The sun's not quite set yet, but it is currently setting. So, I think you were all heading towards your rooms to at least put your stuff down for the night.
I mean, Zapine is already there.
First thing I'll be doing is meditating for a while to replenish my spells.
You usually do that in the morning after rest.
From what the description said, it just basically said that you just do so. It didn't specify any specific time to do so.
So, are you going to be doing your essentially prayers before you rest then? Because you do want to set that. Essentially, that's when you're going to be doing it for the rest of the campaign.
I just figured I'd be. Yeah, I guess that works.
Yeah, it'll either be before or after your long rest.
That works actually out better because then I'll have them pre-prepared in case midnight actions.
All right. So we got what our war priest is doing. Let's see. Balto is still out hunting right now. Eldon, what are you doing? You've gone up to your room. Are you gonna go to bed for the night?
Yep, 10 hours.
Okay, so Eldon is out for the next 10 hours. Treble.
Treble's had a long, irritating day. I think he's just gonna go to sleep.
So we've got a bunch of early birds. Matteo? Oh, me? What are you doing?
No, continue.
I was just gonna offer someone to hop in, but if you're gonna hop in, go right ahead.
I was just gonna say, early bird is the opposite of going to bed early. Early bird is who wakes up early.
You are correct, Crom. but he's
Yes,
he's also the DM.
Early bird will also indicate that you went to bed early in order to wake up early.
I suppose so.
There definitely is a level of correlation, yes.
I mean, that's not always the case, but you then tend to actually get the amount of rest you need if you go to bed early. So, Peen, were you going to be doing something?
You wanted to go to Maffeo.
Again, I was waiting for either one of you to hop in on there. I was just offering Matteo to hop in.
It's okay. I'm gonna go last.
Okay. Matteo?
Sorry, was eating some old ass candy.
Are you going to be going to bed, or are you going to be waiting for Balto to come back?
Probably, I'd most likely be waiting for Balto.
Okay. Where are you waiting for him at?
Probably next to the fountain near the dead dragon, since he can't really fit into the tavern. So,
All right. So
Shouldn't-
sitting there next to the fountain, you will hear the priests of Desna discussing and planning out who takes watch watching over the body of the dragon.
all right.
And so you'll see that they agree to take different tracks on that. Are
Okay.
you doing more to the side, or the front, or the back of the dragon?
Probably more to the side.
Side.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good. And Sapine, what are you going to be doing?
Okay, so Sabine is just gonna put down her things, in her room.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna leave her room, close behind her, and then she's gonna go into the streets.
You're just closing the door?
Yeah, she's closing the door, she's gonna lock it, and she's gonna go into the streets.
All right. Well, there's Matteo sitting next to the dragon.
Do I notice him?
I mean, he's not exactly hiding himself, are you?
No, she's not.
How many people are there?
It is getting as it's getting nighttime. There aren't as many people. There's still people gawking at the dragon, but they're being shushed back and like shooed back by the priests who are patrolling around the dragon.
Okay. So what is the time right now? What do like?
It's a little after 6. The sun is setting.
Okay, so would shops still be open? Probably not anymore.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Far Off Wares is gonna be open. Some of the shops are because they keep weird hours.
All right. So Sapine
But they're
is
definitely closing soon.
so Sapine is gonna venture into the streets, not too far away, so that she doesn't get like lost. And she's looking for a shop where she could get herself a weapon.
Okay. Well, there were weapons in Far Off Wares. There's also one that looks like that they are more pointy object oriented as well down the North Road.
And she's not looking for pointy weapons.
I'm just saying that it looks like that's a building that would be more dedicated to weapons specifically.
Okay. So yeah, she's just gonna go there. Is it still
Okay.
open?
Yes, it is open.
All right. So she stops in front of the shop. What does it look like?
So it's got like a sign that has a shield, a sword, spear, just a bunch of kind of weapons on the sign, and it just says Frederick's weapon or weapons.
All right. What is the door made of?
Wood.
What kind of wood?
Just not oak. Just kind of a wood you find here in the savannah. So like not like really thick wood.
I'm mostly asking, does it look like it's like a common wood, or does it look like a nice wood, expensive wood?
It looks like it's a well-cut common wood.
Okay. So she's just gonna double check if it's open, and she's gonna enter.
All right. There is a human at the standing near the counter. Like, oh, welcome. I was just about to close. We were closing soon, but how can I help you?
Ah, hello there. Is it alright for me to be here? I could leave. It's alright.
No, it's fine. We are always happy to help customers.
Alright.
I'm Eric. How may I help you?
Oh, name's Sabine. I'm looking for a simple staff.
Well, we can probably find you a staff. Anything in particular you want with the staff?
Not really, just a simple staff will do.
All right. The moment let me just kind of get your proportions here, just so I can see. Okay. And he walks over to a closet and pulls out a bunch of staffs with that would be about right sized for a gnome.
So are these gnomish staffs?
They're not gnomish in specific nature, but it looks like someone had gnomes, or at least someone in the size of a gnome, in mind.
Alright. Yeah, she's just gonna look them over. Is there like any like major difference between them?
Roll me perception check.
Ooh, okay. Perception. Where's my perception? There it is. Oof.
Nope, they just seem like a little bit thicker than usual staffs.
Okay, so is there absolutely no difference between them?
Other than like maybe some color painting.
Oh, better yet, can I
slight
roll
decoration.
appraisal?
I'll go ahead and let you roll appraisal on that.
Alright, because appraisal is much better for me. Not much better. Made for by goblins for goblins. I have never heard of a goblin who uses a staff.
I've never heard of a goblin who uses words.
That's a good point. So
I'm already
yeah.
suspicious of that sticker right now.
So yeah, is 14 good enough? Probably not.
You know what? I'll give you. So you missed it with your perception, but as you're looking over it and you're examining it, you notice that there's like this. It's almost like there's a panel in the shafts of each one of them.
Okay, so she's just gonna look them over, she's gonna notice this, and then she's go, oh, could you please explain to me what is this slot for?
Ah, I was wondering if you'd noticed those. He comes over and he kind of pushes his thumb into the panel and pushes up, and it opens up a hidden compartment in the staff.
Oh, now that would be very useful.
It's about the right size to hold a small scroll, maybe some treats, or maybe even a small item.
Yes.
Even hide coins in there if you wanted.
How much would you want for these?
Well, the staffs are about 15 gold apiece.
Hmm.
They are thicker than your average quarter staff, and so they would deal a die size higher than normal.
Could I roll something to down the price?
You could attempt a diplomacy.
Ah, fuck it, let's do it. If I don't critical fail, it will not be terrible. And I +4 anyway. Oh god!
Let me see here.
Godlike.
I will show you how much percentage you will get off of this. Just so that you guys get to see.
7?
7% off of it, yep.
Okay.
Let's see.
So it was 15, 7% from 15. That's not good enough.
So it's 1 gold less and 5 copper less.
Yeah, she's sadly gonna buy that. I don't have the money. Yep, she just shrugs and says, "Ah, I'm sorry. Would you have something cheaper, something simpler?"
If you're just looking for a simpler staff, yes.
Indeed.
I just figured being a gnome, you'd be into the contraption. But I do have this finer hardwood staff. He kind of goes over and pulls one out.
Yeah. Is he like offering it to her so that she can like check it out?
Yes.
Okay. She takes it. Is it going well with her size?
Yep. It's again sized for someone of your size and stature.
Yeah. So yeah, she tries it a little and then she says, "So how much would you like for this one?"
1 gold.
Oh. All right. Yeah, she's just gonna pay the 1 gold.
He will nod and hand it over.
Okay. Yeah, she will take the staff and then she says, "Thank you very much."
All right. It's been a pleasure, ma'am.
Yes. I wish you a good rest of the day.
You as well. Have a
And,
good evening.
and she just leaves.
All right. Well, it's still it's there's still a bit of light out. It's like I said, it's not fully night yet, but the sun is setting. It's actually quite pretty on the horizon.
Yeah. She's actually gonna use the staff to just walk around because it's a very magic kind of thing to do.
And you got yourself a quarterstaff.
Indeed. Actually, water staff, not staff.
It is effectively a small weapon.
What's the damage on that?
I believe for a small creature, it is a D6. Check here. Nope, it's a D4 for a small creature.
Oof. Okay, and how heavy is it?
The weight, I believe, for a small. Yep, so it weighs 2 pounds.
Alright. Yeah, she's just gonna... She's gonna look around to see if something, is going on. Except for, the dragon.
Not at this moment. Again, the priests are patrolling, just making sure they're keeping people far enough away so they're not getting too looky-loo. There is one who is still examining the body, checking for any additional details, and writing down on a notepad.
Okay. So, yeah, she's just gonna go back towards the inn. Is Maffeo still there?
Well, if he's waiting for Balto, so yes.
Okay, so she's gonna walk up to him.
All right. Seeing Sapine walk up to Matteo, she's just gonna give a little smile and like, oh, hello.
Hello there, Maffeo. What are you doing out here? So late.
Well, I'm just waiting for Balto to return from his hunt.
Oh. Does he just normally return like that?
Yeah. He does once he's had his fill, he'll normally come back.
Oh,
I'd be worried if he didn't.
amazing creature.
Yes, the great wolves from where I live are really intelligent.
So, how did you and him, get to know each other?
Oh god, asking for the background. I haven't even come up with that part.
Oh no! I'm sorry, mate.
Oh boy.
Improvise. Make it up off the top of your head.
I literally have an extra
That's how
file
this-
open with like a backstory and shit for my character, by the way.
Fuck.
Because it would not fit on the character sheet, so I just had to make an extra file.
Okay. Well, yeah, I just gotta think because I said they've only... Balto and Matteo have only been together about a year or two, so...
Yeah, that means there probably was some kind of adventure, some kind of thing. That
Yeah.
happened.
Some sort of catalytic event.
Indeed.
Yeah.
For such a great creature to choose you of all others.
I'm trying to think here, like... I never got an exact age for Balto. Like, I would imagine he'd be at least a full-grown adult Great Wolf. So...
Oh no, ask a good DM.
One
Always
more time,
thought some-
sorry.
No,
My kid was
like-
asking me a question.
Oh, the age for Balto. I never figured that out.
I mean, I don't think you'd really know specifically, and you haven't gotten a chance to really communicate with him.
Yeah. So I don't even know if he's like a teenage Great Wolf, adult.
Adult. You definitely know he's an adult.
I would definitely know he's an adult.
It would explain
Alright.
so much if he was like teenage and he just like stuck to Maffeo because he was inexperienced and was like, oh hey, this is like an adventure, let's do this. What we do not know is that Balto is actually secretly a Disney princess.
Of course.
Hmm. I've always been kind of like entertaining the thought that Matteo saved Balto from like some attack, like he was trapped and left defenseless. I've always been entertaining that thought.
Okay, what kind of attack would Maffeo be able to deflect that a Great Wolf would not be able to?
Well, that's the problem. Is a Great Wolf like
Can I
Freed him from a dog trap when he was
Yeah,
younger.
that's what I was trying to go with, just a trap, maybe he just
That's
step into a
that's
trap.
what I said. He was like trapped or something.
So, just to do a quick bit of research on my end here, because you guys asked, normal wolves can live up to 16 years, whereas great wolves can live up to about 30 or 40. And so Balto, it probably is about 5 to 6 years old.
How old is
Oh, so
Matteo?
he's fairly young then.
He's
Oh,
like
Matteo-
just barely an adult.
Yeah, Matteo is 126 years old.
You could just say you raised him. Found him abandoned as a pup or something.
Well, that would go against the... Well, not really, because
You
if
don't-
he's
you
only
don't
like
have-
5 or 6...
Maffeo, you don't have any established background. You can totally just go with this. That's the beauty of having a blank slate. You can build it as it goes. Just make sure to
Yeah.
write it down so that you do not like make mistakes.
Contradict.
You found him injured when he was much younger, and you kind of helped take care of him, but not so much like a pet, so much as you just kind of had food, medicine, and whatnot out, and the wolf accepted it, and then he
Mhm.
accepted you as a partner just within the last year.
That actually sounds... Yeah, I'm going with that, because that definitely sounds like what Matteo would do. Alright, I need to put that down somewhere. Don't forget that. Just put it in the other notes.
Let's see. Much longer is he going to be hunting?
A single question just like put a hold to the campaign. I'm sorry.
Okay, well, he's going to take about 4 hours hunting. So he's going to end up returning close to midnight.
And Matteo would wait up for him, especially since they're in a new area.
Peen, are you going to wait with him until Balto gets back?
Well, she's still waiting for the story.
How long do you think it would take you to tell Peen about how you raised Balto and how you guys became friends?
Probably not long. I mean, so it'd probably take 30, 45 minutes at most, I would imagine.
Okay, yeah. She just stands there, listening.
So by the time the story's over, the sun is setting, and it's fully set, and it's getting really dark.
Yeah.
They're starting to turn on lights around town.
Yeah. Sabine just looks up at the sky and just says, "Oh, it's almost time for me to go. It seems Balto is still not here."
Yeah, he must be taking a little bit longer on his hunt. This is a new area for us. We've only ever lived in the jungle, so...
Are you sure he's gonna be all right?
I'm sure he will be. I mean, if it gets any longer, I'll go searching for him.
All right.
It's not uncommon for him to go out and hunt and take several hours when he's hunting on his own.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just hope that such a large wolf would not get in entanglement with the guards and such, or maybe with general scumbags around the city. I can imagine.
Yeah,
I can imagine many forms of trouble that could befall such a creature.
well, as long as he returns the way we first entered the city, and hopefully no change of guards has happened, he should be able to enter just fine. If not, I can always just go and talk to the guards.
All right. I'm gonna go now. Thank you for the talk.
Mm-hmm. It was nice talking to you, Sapine.
Yeah. She smiles, nods, and goes back into the inn.
All right. What are you doing in the inn?
Yep. She just nods towards the barkeep there and just goes into her room.
Okay. It looks like we have a Steve back.
Steve.
Steve?
Ah, sorry I'm late.
It's okay.
It's all good.
I have taken a lot of time.
Yeah, we were able to get through other people's interactions, so it's all good. We started out, it was 6 o'clock when we ended last time, and people were headed to bed, or at least heading to the rooms to drop off things. Is there anything you're wanting to do before you sleep?
Nope, he was headed to bed.
So another early to bed. All right.
Wasting
Well,
a night like this.
And are you going straight to bed, Sapine?
Nope. She's gonna go. She's gonna go to her room again. She's just gonna hang her stuff. She's gonna lock the room. By the way, she's gonna
Which
leave.
room did you say you have?
Number 2.
That one looks out the front of the building, so you can see the dragon out your window.
Ooh. Okay. So important thing, she's locking the room and she's leaving the key inside,
Mm-hmm.
as in inside the lock.
In the lock. Okay.
Yep, and
I mean, it's a turn lock from the inside, so it's not the key doesn't lock it from the inside.
oh, okay. I just presumed that it's the normal key. Okay, so she's gonna lock it from the inside with the thingy in the corner. The thing that you like slide in and out.
Yeah.
Yep, and she goes to the window and she is gonna have a look. Can she see Maffeo?
Yes, you can.
Yeah, she is just gonna stay at the window until she sees the wolf come back to Maffeo.
Okay. So it's about midnight when there's a bit of a ruckus on the edge of town as it seems like something's trying to enter the town, and the guards aren't really sure what to do. But looks like it does clamber down, and there is a large wolf and a figure walking next to the wolf coming down the north road.
All right, and Matteo would be in like perfect line of sight of that.
It's actually on the other side of the dragon that
Can
they'd be coming.
Sapine see it?
Roll me perception, because it is still dark outside.
Okay. Well, it's probably too far away from my dark vision.
I mean, there's lights along the street, so it's more like you're just trying to see
Okay.
normally.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, you can definitely see that there is two familiar figures walking this way.
Yep. So the window, is it glass window or is it just open window?
It's a glass window.
Okay, how far away is Maffeo?
Probably 30 feet between you and where he's sitting next to the dragon.
Okay, she's gonna knock on the window.
The windows do open.
No, she's gonna just knock on the window, not opening it.
Matteo, roll me a perception to see if you notice.
Okay, let's take a look at my perceptions. I know what modifier need to. No, I just add perception. Okay, that's a +7. 27.
Yep, you definitely notice Sapine knocking on her window.
Okay, with her finger, she will point towards where the Great Wolf is coming towards the inn.
Sapine is pointing to the other side of the dragon.
Matteo would kind of tilt her head a little confused and seeing Sapine like point at the window before it finally like clicks that she's like trying to point behind her, and Matteo would get up and move to the other side of the dragon.
All right, you get to the other side, and coming down the road seems to be a figure walking alongside Balto.
Seeing Balto at least safely in the town, she'll smile and she will start to walk out towards them to meet them.
Okay. As you get closer, you realize Balto's fur is coated in blood. And in his maw is a boar. Like,
She's just
he
gonna
hunted and killed a boar, and it's in his maw.
Yeah, she's just gonna smile, give her head a little bit of a shaking with a laugh, and I see you had a good hunt, Balto.
He puts down the boar in front of him. He goes, "Ow!" kind of, being very happy and nodding. And then the man next to him kind of goes, "I believe your friend here got the boar for you. He apparently had his fill of 2 others already.
Oh, well, that was very thoughtful of you, Balto, and she's just gonna give him a happy pet on the head, kind of like ruffle his fur.
So this individual standing next to Balto, who spoke and is smiling, something is very strange about this individual. They're dressed like a druid would be, and their eyes kind of glow on almost electric blue.
Can I roll perception to recognize him from where Sampine is?
Yeah, go ahead and roll that.
Because I think I know who this fucker is. Fuck!
You see the 2 dots of blue. That's how much his eyes glow, is that you can see the 2 points of light.
Oh, but they had never met anyone on her way to the town, so she wouldn't recognize him.
Nope, but
Was
definitely
there,
see a druid.
was the range on detect magic?
Sapine,
Mm-hmm.
your right hand itches. It feels tingly.
Give me a second, I'm looking up what's the range on detect magic. I'm casting detect magic.
Okay.
What do I see?
This person glows.
Oh my god,
He definitely glows.
yeah, with those eyes, with the tingly feeling, and with the thing that like almost blinded her before.
So you're far enough away that you're not blinded by him. He should be outside the range of detect magic, but you can definitely see the magic coming off of him with detect magic.
Yep, she is not even waiting, she is just straight up going to the door, opening it, unlocking, opening. She's not even looking it behind, by the way, and she's just running towards.
Alright. Rushing out. The orc's like, okay.
Yeah,
Doesn't even get a chance to say anything as you bolt out.
as she runs, she just says, "I'll be back."
And so as you run up, he smiles and says, the destined child approaches.
So it's you again. What are you doing here?
Oh, I heard a friend drop in and I was coming to see him.
Have you never heard that it is not very nice to teleport ladies across who knows how far?
He tilts his head as like, I have no idea what you're talking about. I was just helping you get out of that hole.
I appeared over here, in the middle of, well, here.
I guess that must have been where I connected a tree.
Anyway, what are you doing here?
He, again, nods behind you and says, like I said, I came to see an old friend.
An old friend, eh?
Mm-hmm. And he just starts walking past you towards the center of town.
She looks at Maffeo and just says, "Are you alright? Did he do anything to you?"
No, he just was accompanying Balto here and back into town. So I was gonna thank him for walking with Balto, but then you appeared. Do you know him?
Yes, you could say that we are acquainted.
Who is he?
I don't know.
Feo is intrigued. She is gonna pick up the boar that Balto had killed for her and start heading towards the mysterious guy.
Before you do that, she's gonna say, Maffeo, please, you should check your wolf, whether there's any weird marks or anything on him. Actually, do I feel any magic from the wolf?
No. If anything, the wolf kind of looks indignant at you that something could be the problem.
Yeah, she just looks at the wolf and just says, Oh, still check him out. Speaking of checking out, I am going to follow him. And she goes.
Okay. Start following him. He had walked up to the dragon.
What?
And one of the priests had come up to him, and as he was approaching, he started talking to the priest, and the priest is like, nods and just continues walking around the dragon's body.
What? Okay, I'm rolling for stealth. Can I roll for stealth? Is it dark enough?
You can roll stealth. I also want you to roll a spellcraft,
Okay,
because you have detect magic going still.
Yep. So this is spellcraft? Oof.
You notice that he did some sort of spell, and the priest is on the priest, and the priest kept moving, but you can't tell what kind of spell.
Oh my god. Yep, I'm rolling for that stealth. Oof!
Let me.
She just
Grab a
throws the
die here.
hood over her head and just like becomes invisible, Assassin's Creed style.
Well, let's see if you can stab a person with your pointy stick.
She's doing this just to follow the weird druid arcane creature person thing.
So he does not show any sort of indication that he has spotted you.
Yep, she's gonna stay at a distance, but close enough to be able to eavesdrop if he like says something.
You'd almost have to be like right on his heels because he's not talking loudly.
Okay, so she's not gonna eavesdrop, but she will follow him.
Okay. So after talking to the priest, waving his hand, casting a spell, he moved on to the dragon's head.
She follows.
He places a hand on the dragon's head and starts saying something very quietly.
Yep, she just waits. By the way, Mathael, were you following as well?
Yeah, she was following the guy to see what he was doing, but she wasn't doing it stealthily. She was literally just following him.
Are you gonna walk up next to him?
Yeah. Mateo would
you are
walk up.
You were stopped by the priest that says, "I'm sorry, but we're not letting anyone get near the dragon's body right now."
Mateo would just smile like, "That's fine. I just want to talk to that guy over there by the dragon."
They kind of tilt their head, says, "Guy? What guy?"
The one next to the dragon's head. And
They
she's
kind of look.
gonna like point at him.
They kind of look over. Roll me a perception check really quick. Something's not quite right with the priest's eyes when he tries to look in the direction of the dude. It's like they can't focus on him. It's like, I'm not really sure what you're getting at, but you were one of the ones who were helping with identifying the dragon earlier, right?
Yes.
Oh, and you're going to go see the family tomorrow? Is that right?
Yeah, I'm venturing with a couple of others to inform the dragon's family of what happened.
He kind of looks left and right and rubs his chin and says, "Oh, just a moment, my boy got stuck somewhere."
Ooh. Hello, Maffeo.
Sorry,
Hello.
he climbed behind the couch and got stuck behind a picture.
Ah.
Yeah, Yeah, he's alright now. He just got a little bit scared being stuck. Alright. It says if you as long as you don't, disturb the body or desecrate it, I guess you can go and examine it some more if you'd like.
That would be wonderful, and I promise you I wouldn't dare desecrate such a wonderful beast's body.
Alright, thank you. I'll just continue watching and monitoring and making sure no one comes to cause any problems.
Alright. With that, she will give a small nod to the priest, and she will continue her way to the guy, the druid.
So as you get closer and you start listening, you can hear what he's saying. It sounds like he's talking to the dragon like he's talking to an old friend. Kind of almost lamenting that, he wasn't able to have an actual conversation with them before what happened.
Mm-hmm.
He'll look over to you as you walk up. It's like, oh, sorry, I was just saying some parting words. I remember when this dragon was born. Or hatched, I guess would be more correct.
You were around when the dragon was hatched?
And his dad. Met his mom, but no, I wasn't around. She was born somewhere else.
That makes you older than me, if I'm correct.
Yes, I am quite old.
If you don't mind me asking, but who are you?
I ask myself that every couple of decades myself. I've just always been here, and always been a part of my home. I occasionally have gone and wandered into the desert to see the things there, and I met this dragon and its family up there.
So you were around during the time of the Great City when the Wild Elves left. Would that be correct?
He kind of turns his head as what great city?
That makes no sense. So.
I don't remember any great city.
The city where everyone lived together and eventually it went into ruin when my people left. Like they had this whole prediction of what was going to happen if.
Oh, by the way, Sapine, you're not able to hear the conversation because he's not whispering.
Okay. She's so listening.
It's like, the only he actually starts rubbing his head as it looks like he's in concentration. Oof. Hey, he actually remembers. It's like the first thing I remember waking up was in the middle of a crater.
Middle of a crater?
I mean, I know there were some ruined buildings on the outskirts of the crater, and that's the modern day ruins that you see around the edge of the caldera now. But I don't remember any city. By the way, that was, as far as you know, that was several thousands of years ago. When the great city was destroyed.
Oh damn, this guy is fucking old. if he remembers being in a crater
You
during that.
miss a very important moment there. He woke up in a crater that he most likely created himself. This guy is a god.
And yeah, and he's like, and I don't even remember who or what I was at the time. Just I woke up in a crater. There were some people on the edges of the caldera who needed help, and I went and helped them. And then life continued.
Well, I've always, since I was a young girl, I've always had a fascination with the stories of the great city, and remembering nights like this, I'd sit in the old woman's hut and just listen to her stories. So,
Matteo, I need you to roll me a knowledge nature check right this moment, because that's the most applicable
Ooh.
skill or knowledge you have.
okay, I know I have that as a class skill. I just need to see what the modifier is. Knowledge, nature +7. Okay.
Something about him. Something about him is both very strange. It's abnormal, unnatural, but
Mhm.
not unnatural at the same time. It's this weird mix of whatever he is something that occurs, but it's not normal. But you can't quite put your finger on what he is. Sabine, you on the other hand, I would like you to roll me a knowledge arcana.
Roger that. Arcana 6.
And we're gonna hope that this one is a high one.
Oof.
Nope.
Oof.
Nope, not enough. It's all a very fascinating story. I mean, if he's some sort of cause of this, how could he have survived an explosion that destroyed an entire city? But yeah, no, you guys have been able to confirm that this guy's probably old as dirt. If he was old enough to watch 2 generations of dragons come in and live and die, dragons who are known to be able to live up to 2,000 years or longer. But he gives a deep sigh, pats the dragon's head one more time, says, "Well, little one, it looks like you get to move on to wherever dragons go next." Turns to you, Matteo, says, "Well, it has been quite interesting. You have a very noble companion."
Yeah, I do. I'm very lucky I found him when I did.
Yep, I am familiar with his pack specifically.
His pack? You know his parents? Or just his pack in general?
His pack in general. I don't know them personally. I've only met the pack every now and then. Again, time is not exactly a solid construct for me. I could be thinking of. I may think I know his parents, and I'm thinking of a pair of wolves from 200 years ago. So.
Yeah, well, he's not that old. I can tell you that much. He's still in his younger years.
I mean, he taps you on the chest. So are you.
Well, I guess that's what makes us perfect companions, doesn't it?
Indeed it does. Well, you all should probably get some rest. Sounds like you have a busy day tomorrow. And then turns his head to look at you, Sabine, and says, even the sneaky one here.
She takes off her hood, just gets up and yells, "Oh, come on!"
Kiswell says, I at least let you think that, you were hid.
She just
But
walks
you're
up
a
to
few
her.
you're a few centuries too early to be able to throw a fast one by me.
She's gonna point at one of the clerics and she's just gonna say, "What did you cast on them?
Oh, just a minor dominate monster.
Monster?"
Yeah, I mean, I don't have dominate person. It's not in my spell review.
She blinks as she's never even heard of that spell.
It's just a more powerful dominate person.
You're strange.
You would not be the first one to tell me that.
Something tells me we're gonna meet again.
He shrugs. It's possible. Powerful things tend to gravitate to each other, so if you all become more powerful, that's entirely possible.
Well, do you have a place to stay for the night? I'm sure the tavern has a few more rooms open, and I would honestly really like to hear some more of your stories. And if you'd not be willing to tell me some.
He's like, I don't really need anywhere to stay. I don't usually stay in one spot long enough to sleep, although I don't even sleep, so.
Oh, well, all right.
Could
Yeah.
I roll? Give me a second.
What are you wanting to roll?
Could I roll religion to figure out if he is reminiscent of some kind of godlike figure?
Do you have ranks in knowledge religion?
No.
Fortunately, the knowledges are ones you have to have ranks in order to roll them.
I know. I was hoping that you would let me anyway.
Let's see, which ones? Do what you got? Knowledge. Attempt a knowledge nature check because you have a plus there, which will allow you to do that.
I'm doing it. What's my nature? Nature is really high. Okay. Bah! No.
Absolutely nothing.
I don't know shit about this dude. I wrote one.
And it's so funny because you're the person who would be able to get the most information about him.
It's just my rolls are shit. This guy's like Tatsu neglector. So a negator, more like.
It's like, I don't know, but I just never have had any need to eat. I haven't since I woke up or sleep. Again,
Well.
he shrugs. It's like it's whatever it is.
Well, I would say that's because you have not actually had good food yet. I'm pretty sure that boar that Maffeo has over there, I'm pretty sure we could make something out of it.
Oh, I've eaten. It's just I don't taste anything.
That sounds horrible.
Yeah, like I said, it is what it is. I can eat, I can drink, I can partake in things. It's just the taste and flavors are dull. Is probably what would be accurate.
Mysterious man, are you a god?
Not as far as I'm aware.
Do you bleed?
He's like, not in the traditional sense.
That is not really an answer.
Do you have a knife?
Yeah, she actually does happen to have a knife. She just pulls out a knife and just offers it to him, just as, just please don't like kill yourself.
Oh, I won't kill myself. He pulls out the knife. He pulls out his arm and pulls up his sleeve. He puts the knife to his wrist and pulls along his arm and he pushes the knife into his arm and pulls along. The inside of his body is glowing blue.
What the fuck? What
And-
the fuck?
It looks like his body's trying to bleed, but it doesn't actually come out of the wound. Sapine, I want you to roll me another Knowledge Arcana.
Give me a second. I'm writing things down. Okay. What is this, dude? What did you create? That's slightly better.
The closest you're able to guess, I'm not saying this is an accurate guess, but the closest you can guess is that he's some sort of magic elemental. But that doesn't seem right.
Yeah, she just gonna think that and just look at him. Her eyes, just like tilting, and you just being like,
He hands the knife back to you, and it's completely clean on the blade.
She takes the knife back, and she just casts cure light wounds on him.
It does nothing.
She does it anyway.
Yeah, you cast that, and it's almost like the magic itself doesn't register. So, Cure Light Wounds works on positive energy.
Yeah.
And it heals living things and hurts undead things. It registers him as neither.
Could I like logic this out? Could like I roll for something to like actually understand this, considering I am not a wizard?
I'll give you another Knowledge Arcana, because again, this is all giving you more information that adds up and is decreasing the DC.
Finally, something normal.
So you can now confirm he is not an elemental, because the elementals are still considered living. If anything, it's almost like his body is stuck in time.
Okay. So
He's like, oh, you don't need to do that. And he holds out his hand, and he doesn't cast a spell, but you know that he's expending a 4th level spell. And fire erupts from in the middle of his hand. Blue fire. With your detect magic still going, what you can tell is what's in his hand is raw magic. He has essentially turned one of his spells per day into a ball of concentrated magic. And he starts applying it to the wound he gave himself, and the wound itself absorbs the energy and closes.
see if this was our follow the quest to our compare, we'll be rolling for sanity by now. But
I mean, if you want, you could roll a will save.
yeah.
See if you're done with this whole thing.
Yeah, give me a second.
You don't give a fuck.
No, she doesn't care. She's an insane villain.
If anything, this is fascinating more than anything.
So yeah, she's gonna look
But yeah,
at him.
the fire dissipates as he rubs it into the wound, and the wound closes as if nothing was there.
So yeah, she's just gonna look at him and she's just gonna say, "You are not alive."
He kind of thinks for a moment and says, that's probably accurate.
But you're also not dead.
I mean, yeah.
You are some kind of force of nature.
I mean, I guess that would make sense.
So, what are you?
Again, he shrugs his head. I'm not 100% certain myself.
Oh, come on, surely you have to know something.
I can feel the magic ley lines running beneath us. All 4 of them that are running beneath us.
Okay.
He actually kind of looks down and says, "Yeah, this is a pretty concentrated spot right here."
I mean, it makes sense. It is a city. Cities are, they tend to be built around the ley lines, and it's a large city, so the middle point of ley lines, makes sense, complete sense.
Yeah, I guess from my personal knowledge that I know, it's not normal for there to be 4 ley lines overlapping in one spot.
Oh, it's okay. That just probably means that there is some kind of horrifying demonic being hidden under this city.
He's like, no, I can guarantee that there's nothing like that down there.
How do you know?
Because I came from down there.
Wait, so you're saying the crater you emerged from, we're standing on top of it?
Oh no, Striker died.
Sorry, my son closed my laptop right on me.
Oh, jeez.
Saboteur.
Right? So I missed like the last 10 seconds, 20 seconds.
So
No,
Maffeo logicked out that the crater was right here where we are currently standing.
Yes, that would be accurate. This is the almost exact center of the caldera. I mean, if you could get any closer to the center, it'd be like where the dragon is.
Sapin just shrugs, starts walking away, and just says, "He's good. He's a god. There's no other explanation," and just starts walking away.
Actually, with the ley line explanation there, you can get one last knowledge arcana check.
Okay.
Probably the lowest DC you're going to get for this. And you still rolled below the DC. By 1.
No, I could have cast on myself the thing that my fucking bloodline gives me. They would give me +1.
Do you want to?
Wait, what? But I didn't
I mean,
do it.
would you have done that?
No, I cannot do that. Like, I didn't do it, so Sapin didn't do it.
Alright. It's like, well, you have a good night, little one.
Yep, she's just walking away and just goes, "I will learn more about you. I promise."
I would appreciate it, because I know nothing about myself.
It is my second biggest life goal right now.
Fantastic.
I will find out about you.
And he'll look at him and says, well, you and your wolf do take care of each other.
We will, and thank you for bringing him here safely.
Oh, I just walked with them in because the guards were confused as to whether they should let him in or not.
Well, I'm glad that you were able to get on past the guards.
You know, he was just starting to get frustrated with them, and I figured I might as well help.
So again, thank you. And you have risen very many questions in my mind. I didn't even know that this was the area where the city stood originally. So I mean, gives me a
I'm
much
sorry.
more appreciation to know that this is where my ancestors came from.
Well, I do hope you keep that, inspiration, because your ancestors are a proud people.
Yes, and I will. I want to learn as much as I can.
Well, good luck to you, and do do tell I'll let the family know that we're all worried about them.
I will. Thank you.
Oh, and he actually stops and reaches into his coat and pulls out a letter and says, "Give this to the oldest son. He should know what to do with it."
And she will take the letter and look at it for a second and nod. I will do that.
Thank you. And he starts making his way out of town.
Alright. Add into my items. Letter for oldest dragon son.
Welcome back in.
Hello. All right, and are you going to head inside?
I need to figure out exactly where Balto is going to be sleeping, since he can't really fit into the tavern.
He looks around and then goes and curls up right in front where the horses would normally be stalled.
The stables.
Well, no, like where horses are in front of a bar or a tavern or like in a Western saloon. There's
Oh,
no horses here
okay.
right now because those horses are in the stables themselves.
Yeah. A little hitching post.
Yeah, he's just gonna curl up right there, dip his head near the trough, and just kind of lap from that. And he nuzzles and he pushes the boar towards you.
He's just Mateo's gonna smile and lean in and give him and hug him around his neck.
Kind of pulls it, lays his head on you and kind of squeezes with his head and shoulder. Kind of giving an "arr" noise.
Oh boy. And with that, as she pulls away from the hug, she will give him a kiss on the head and sleep well, Balto. I'll see you in the morning. And thank you again for the boar.
Again, he nods, and then lays his head down on his paws.
With that, she will pick up the boar and head back into the tavern.
Okay. The orc kind of gives you a look as you're dragging in this boar.
She's just gonna give him a wave and just... Balto brought me some food for a trip, so I'll have to cut it before we leave.
Do you want me to take care of that for you tonight?
If you wouldn't mind, I'd be happy to give you a couple gold pieces for the trouble as well.
How about this? You let me take a few choice cuts, and you can have the rest.
Well, that sounds fair, since you'll be doing most of the work.
I will salt it and make sure you have it ready for travel, so you can easily store it.
That sounds perfect. Thank you.
What about the skin?
What about the skin?
You can use boar hide to create water skins.
You're not
What?
wrong.
Yeah, but I also got the create water spell.
Just saying.
Dude.
Who says the orc's not going to just keep that?
So, yeah, she will lug the boar over to the orc and just kind of wipe her hands on her pants, clear them of any blood she may have gotten on them.
Mm-hmm. And she takes it, or he takes it, and he's like, "Thank kindly, ma'am," and drags it into the back.
Well, with that, she doesn't really have anything else to do, so she will head up to her room.
All right. Yeah, looks like everyone else is going to bed for the night.
Yes.
All right. So the first person who wakes up is actually going to be Eowyn at like 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, pretty early.
So yeah,
Sure.
as soon as you decided to use that sleep feature, you just went straight out. And so you feel as rested as if you got normal sleep, but you can't remember your dreams. You remember that they were almost a hallucinogenic dreamscape, but you can't remember anything specific. But you feel as though you're able to handle the day better.
I think he wakes up feeling. I mean, this is a fantasy game, so he wakes up feeling, refreshed and ready for his day.
All right. Well, you
It's
get
pretty early. Sorry. He'll head downstairs and see if there's anyone behind the bar.
No, there is no one currently behind the bar, and it
In
looks
that
like all
case,
the liquor is locked.
that's fine. In that case, he'll let himself into the kitchen and start frying up a basic breakfast.
There is a halfling in the kitchen. She looks over and goes, "What do you want?"
Oh, I was gonna cook something. I didn't know anyone else was awake.
She raises, and it's a female, and she raises, and everyone's like, "I'm the cook. I do the cooking."
Breakfast. Bacon. Griddle cakes.
Yes. And you notice that she's actually working on breakfast type things.
Do you have tea?
She's like, she kind of caught her like, not normally here for the tavern. I have my own personal tea.
I'll have to head out and grab some.
Mr.
Actually,
Tuskface there doesn't really care for tea himself.
Actually, no place would be open this early. How much would it cost me to dip into your stash?
Keen, I want you to roll me diplomacy.
Aha! I'm good at that.
It's like, well, as a fellow tea connoisseur, I can't rightly charge you for the tea. So if you just give me a moment, I will get some going.
Well, I couldn't possibly take it off your hands for nothing.
Who says nothing? You're going to be helping me cook.
I think that's fair. And he will roll up the sleeves and eagerly pitch in.
She hops down off her stool, walks over to a cabinet, kind of knocks on the side of the cabinet and pulls open a secret compartment and pulls out essentially, they're not tea bags. She does the whole tea process from scratch.
Alden is in a good place right now.
She says, "Okay, I want you to start on that, on the eggs, the bacon. There's some potatoes. Actually, I want you to start on peeling the potatoes and cutting them up for half."
He'll happily do so. And while he does so, he mentions, if you're planning on making griddle cakes, I got a bunch of berries.
We'll see. I kind of play it by the day.
That's fair. Yeah, and he will start peeling potatoes.
And she drags her stool over to the oven, to the stove, and and starts getting things ready for the tea.
I think while he does this, he's if she's willing to talk, he'll talk a little bit about his travels and ask what life's like in the city. He hasn't been there for a few years, and whenever he does come in, it's usually pretty short term. Um, Otherwise, he's happy to just peel potatoes and whistle.
She kind of listens and nods and says, "Well, it's just I held a big lug. We've been married for about 7 years now.
Aw.
We take care of each other. We helped adventure for a while.
Well, looks
I
like
wasn't.
that's what I'm about to set off on.
I didn't do much more than just be their cook and take care of their things, but allowed them to focus on adventuring.
Well, that's mostly what I'll be doing, though. Less of the cooking and more making sure nobody bleeds to death.
I couldn't even do that. I just made sure that all the animals they had or all the gear they had was in order.
Something that may come into effect here, especially if I drop anything. Audin's curse is... That's the wrong thing. There it is. The haunted curse, part of which means that if I drop anything, it basically flies out of my hands and lands about 10 feet away.
That's not going to be applicable.
Just wanted to let you know.
I want you to roll a knowledge religion check for me really quick.
I believe I have that.
Since
Yes,
I
I do.
went to... Oh, sorry.
You're fine.
Since I went to bed early, could I wake up before they finish making tea?
That's fine.
Nice.
Damn, that's high.
Yeah, that's my knowledge religion.
Omega.
So she herself is not a cleric, but she's obviously a devout worshiper of Desna. And there are all sorts of different holy symbols, paraphernalia, and even wards all around the kitchen.
He doesn't make much comment on them. He knows a little bit about religion, but he's not a follower of any one god.
What you
For-
can suffice to say is that she's got a whole bunch of anti-jinx and things that would protect against mishap and misfortune.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, she takes after the luck aspect of Desna.
Nice.
And so even if you do drop something, the haunted isn't going to take effect here, more or less just because of how much wards against that kind of thing she has. If anything, you're less likely to break something in here.
Cool. But yeah, so yeah, he'll sit on a stool in the corner as they talk and keep peeling potatoes, putting them into a bucket.
So around this time is when Treble is going to be waking up and coming down and realize there's no one at the bar.
Where is everyone? With that, he will search for a kitchen. He actually wants to see if they sell things directly here.
I mean, there's a kitchen that's where the orc was going and getting food earlier.
Yeah. So, what type of kitchen door is it? Is it one of those swing doors, or is it an actual door?
So they're like they are push doors, but it's a full, instead of it just being partial, wall, like normal saloons, it's a full door. But it's a gliding swing door.
I'm gonna knock before entering.
You hear, "What do you want?"
Can I come in?
Why?
I was hoping you would sell me some things.
I don't sell things. I'm the cook.
Oh, I guess I'll have to head to the butcher then.
Yeah? Well, they might be starting to get opening, although they usually don't. No, they do have some customers come in this early.
Okay then. Thanks.
It's like, yep.
And he leaves.
And you heard all of that. So the butcher's going to open mostly for be open at this time for people bringing in meats and selling things to them. They're not quite open for customers yet. They're just open for people to come and interact and for them to buy things from.
He did not tell me that, so I do not know that.
You didn't ask about that.
Yeah.
So yeah, but no, there is the butcher shop has a light on. Doesn't look like the full lights, but there is a light on.
Do you want to just continue finish Keen's thing?
I think for the most part, they're just gonna be chatting while she finishes the tea and then starts working on food.
Yeah, and he's just gonna help cook, frying up some potatoes. I'm making myself hungry now. Fuck.
I hate you.
I mean, I could start getting into the details of how he's cooking.
Peel the potatoes.
So I think Sabine and Matteo are probably gonna be one of the later ones to fall asleep since they were up late.
Sabine likes to sleep very long.
So Steve and Crom, which one of you two would want to go next?
Steve? Crom?
Are you guys alive?
Hello?
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Sorry, yeah, I was also muted.
Well, one of you two are waking up, or both of you two.
Doesn't matter to me.
I guess I will.
All right. Well, you get up. That's almost 6 o'clock.
Oh, he's gonna kind of stretch out, do his little yawn routine, and then he's going to stand up and head out into the hallway.
Well,
If he doesn't
it's
see
dark.
anything unusual, that is.
Yeah, it's dark and empty.
Okay, nothing unusual in the room.
Nothing specifically.
Oh.
The bar is there's no one at the bar right now, but it does look like the kitchen lights are on.
Alright, seeing the kitchen lights on, that's where he'll head first, because he's a dwarf. He loves his breakfast.
Are you just going in, or are you gonna knock?
Suppose he'll knock.
You hear a deep sigh and goes, "What do you want?" from a halfling voice.
Do you offer breakfast?
Well, we're gonna have breakfast soon. Yes.
Okay, well, I was just calling in to ask.
Well, luckily I've got some extra hands back here, so we should have it soon. When Throg wakes up, he will be more than happy to make sure that he gets whatever order you want.
Brilliant. Even begin to do a dwarven accent on the word brilliant. With that, I guess he will sit and wait at the bar table.
Here. All right. Right as you sit down, you hear a door open from on the first floor, and from the other side. So the kitchen door is on one side of the bar side, and on the other side is another door, and that door opens, and the orc Throg kind of opens up and yawns. It goes, "What the bloody hell are you doing up?"
You were kind of cutting out a little bit there.
So the orc Throg kind of stretches, yawns, and then notices you and says, "What the bloody hell are you doing up here?"
I just woke up.
You know, when to be up this early. All right. He grabs a
Yep.
towel and starts and puts it over his shoulder. What can I get you?
That depends on what you're serving.
Well, give me a moment and let me go talk to the little lady. And he goes over, he pushes open the kitchen door and goes, Annabelle, what's for grub? And you know, there you can hear some banter. It's not super loud though, so unless you were by the door, you wouldn't really hear a lot of the specifics, other than Keen would.
Yep.
Or Eodin would. And it's, oh well, we've got the usual fare. We've got one of your patrons here who decided to wake up and come and help. He goes,
Odin just kind of wiggles his fingers at him.
He goes, oh God, why? Why'd you let the customers help? You know we shouldn't be doing that.
I asked. Nothing else to do this morning.
Spent late last night butchering a hog.
We should have plenty of pork scraps then.
Aye. Although I had to cure most of it since it's going with individual.
Ooh.
Not much. I'm not the best butcher, but at least I can work a pig.
Yeah, something.
All right. Well, guess if you're helping, what do we have here, Annabelle? And she's like, well, we got ourselves some hash. We've got some bacon, eggs, ham. I've even got some orange juice there I squeezed earlier. You know, because I can. I like the taste of it. You know, we've got grits here if necessary. Got some biscuits in the oven right now, and I'm working on some gravy.
Sounds
Actually,
like
I've got him working on the gravy.
Sounds like a breakfast platter.
Guess that's going to be your response when he comes out and tells you what all that is?
Yes.
He's like, aye, she likes to go all out. What exactly are you looking to get?
How about a plate of all of the above?
Alright. And he goes over to the door and opens it and says, Annabelle, he wants a plate of all. He goes, alright, it'll be a few minutes.
It's no problem.
Do you want anything to drink while you're waiting?
I suppose some orange juice doesn't sound half bad right now.
And he's like, alright. He comes back with a pitcher and pours a glass and hands it to you.
You will smile and thank the orc.
It's like, no problem. And about this time is probably when we're gonna have Steve wake up and come up.
You can happily,
Come down.
or we can move to him.
Steve,
Yes.
you awaken.
I awaken. Steve's
It's-
not exactly the most graceful sleeper. So he's probably made an absolute mess of the bed. He's probably woken up backwards, honestly. And yeah, he'll get up, pack up all his things again and head downstairs.
Okay. The sun is starting to rise now. And when you come out, there's our dwarf Crom there sitting there with the orc Throg.
Oh, my friends! How fantastic it is to see you this morning.
Throg kind of smiles and says, ah, Steve, morning. Can I help you?
Oh, I was just coming down to get some breakfast before my grand adventure.
Well, we've got quite the spread. In specific, or anything specifically you're craving?
Just a small plate of eggs. I don't normally eat much for breakfast.
He nods. It's like, all right, let me go let her know. He heads to the back, and it actually takes a few moments or minutes while he's back there, and then he comes back with a huge tray. He stops by you and says, "Eggs for you," and hands you a plate of eggs. Steve?
Yep.
He goes
Thank
over to
you.
Crom and says, "And here you go." And he puts the platter down, and there's plates with a bunch of different food on them.
Using a little bit from each, he will make one full plate.
I mean, there's like 4 full plates with the different things that he described. They're not like a little bit on each plate. It's, they're divided all the different things he said on 4 plates.
Oh, not quite what I had in mind, but alright.
You said you wanted a little bit of all of it.
It works for me.
About this time is where Annabelle looks to you, Ada, and says, "All right, I think you've helped, more than enough. You can go ahead and get yourself served up some food." Eowyn?
Keen.
Yeah.
She looked to you, the halfling, and says, "You've helped enough. Go ahead and get yourself some food."
No, if you're sure. What about the and he kind of glances over to where the orc still is. The stuff.
The tea?
Yes.
Yeah, she's already given you, a cup of tea. Well, actually, she's kind of giving you a mug of it.
Yeah. Let's get a plate of whatever's handy and nice mug of tea. Go settle it down by Crom.
He kind of goes, "Oh, so she brought out her stash for you, eh?"
Oh yes, I love the stuff. Don't get it nearly
Yeah.
as often as I'd like.
I'm not a big tea fan myself, but I ain't gonna begrudge anyone who enjoys it. I mean, wouldn't be fair to my little Annabelle there.
Alden does not say anything about the fact that it was hidden away in a secret compartment. Yeah, he does not.
So, he doesn't wear a ring on his left hand. He wears a ring on his left tusk.
Huh.
And Annabelle had her ring around her neck because, cooking with a ring is not always a good idea.
Yeah, that can cause issues.
But you can tell that they definitely are matching rings.
I'm still trying to wrap my mind around an orc and a halfling getting together.
I do not want to think about this. This like, what the fuck? How?
I mean, yeah, that's really weird. That's almost as weird as like a pony and a dragon.
Oh. Oh, I
You
see,
know
I
what?
see what you did there.
Love takes on all forms.
Yeah.
Well, finds a way.
Love
Baby
and life
boo.
finds a way.
Pepe poo.
Well, I don't know if they can have a baby boy, but, you've got apples. That's definitely true.
Strike, your kid sounds like the main character from The Last Guardian.
I mean, you're
Yo.
not wrong.
That's a name I've not heard in a while.
It's honestly adorable, and I love it.
Does anyone
All right.
remember Donkey and Dragon having kids in Shrek?
I mostly try not to remember that.
That's what your kids are gonna look like.
All I'm gonna say is unbirthing.
No.
Level up.
All right.
Perfect.
So,
Yeah,
we've
he'll
all
set it down good.
getting food with the exception of Sabine and Matteo. How long do you think you guys would have slept?
Matteo would wake up before Sapine. Sapine really is not a morning person.
Well, Mateo's also an elf, and they need less sleep.
God damn it.
Would I be able to get to the butcher and back before they wake?
Well, let's go ahead and take care of you and your butcher friend there. So you're at the butcher. There's a light on. Not all the lights, but there is a light on.
Do they have an open sign?
There's a closed sign. It looks like there's people in the back of the building, like outside behind the building.
I am gonna leave. I'm not gonna disturb them. I don't want to be rude. They're not open to customers.
All right. Well, you get back, and people are getting served food.
I assume the bartender's back.
Yeah, he's there. They're all getting their food.
I give him a light wave.
Kind of snarls at you. It's like, oh, where have you been?
I went to the butcher to try and buy me some meat for tonight, but they're not open yet.
Well, yeah, they're just taking in their inventory. They don't open for customers till much later.
Yeah, I'm rather new around these parts.
Oh, did you talk to Annabelle? She usually will go there way early and get meat from them, but again, that's more of a vendor thing than a customer thing.
Yeah, I'll just return to them later once they're actually open.
Well, what can we get for you?
Well, seeing as I want to try and keep my 9 silver to buy some meat for group later, what can I get for 6 copper?
Oh, just
mean-
come get some breakfast. I've got you covered.
Breakfast.
It's going to
is
be a long ride.
Breakfast is a part of the cost for your room.
Oh, that's nice.
Even better.
And why do you think I charge so much silver for it?
It was a nice room.
And we've got a long trail ahead of us. Might as well splurge on a nice breakfast before we leave.
Oh, also, speaking of adventure, I still have the 4 camping backpacks in my room, so we'll need to delve those up between the group.
He's gonna pat his own backpack. Oh, I'm covered. But thanks, mate. That was a lot more Australian than I wanted it to be.
Well, we'll see who actually needs some of the camping gear. I mean, I already have my own, but he just shrugs.
Well, I don't see much on this guy here, patting the goblin on the back.
Oh, I seem to have misplaced my camping gear. It's quite an interesting story.
Well,
But
I'll
not
have
one
to.
for right now.
I'll have to hear it later. So I guess you get 1/4 of the campsite then. Do we know if anyone else needs it?
I'm not sure.
I'll have to ask them when we see them. So do I just order here, or how does this work?
York Lucius says, "I just asked, what do you want to eat?"
Something with meat and bread would be lovely.
And he's like, "All right." And he
He
goes
doesn't
back
like-
to the kitchen.
I sit enjoying Chrome. And Steve, I assume, is sitting with us?
He's at the bar.
Mateo, I think this is probably a good time for you to be waking up.
Alright. Yeah. I haven't been up a little later than normal. She'll still be a little tired, but not by much. she'll kind of like sit up in bed, give a yawn, stretch her arms out, kind of, and just go about her little daily routine of brushing her hair out and all that, getting cleaned up and washed, and putting on her clothes before heading downstairs.
All right. Well, everyone's down there, and as you come down, the orc comes out from the back with a plate, with a steaming plate of biscuits and gravy and bacon, and puts that in front of Treble.
Oofta. Biscuits and gravy, that's like one of my favorite fucking breakfast dishes.
Same.
And this is some really thick and gravy with sausage in the gravy.
Oh my god.
I am so hungry. I have not had
Hungry.
fucking dinner yet, man. I hate you.
Dude, my freaking before my friend's dad passed away, like one of the favorite meals he made, and it's the best one I've ever had, was biscuits and gravy. He made such good biscuits and gravy. It was so good. I miss that.
I thank him for the meal and I dig in.
All right. Theo, he sees you, says, yeah. Yeah, I've got something for you. He walks back to the kitchen and comes back out with a sack.
Oh. Is that all the meat from the boar that you saved for me?
Yep.
Oh, then-
Can I roll perception to overhear that?
He's not being quiet about it.
Okay.
Clean, cut and cured.
all right, that's wonderful. Thank you again for doing that, and I hope you were able to get the meat that you wanted from the boar.
Oh yeah, we got plenty of good stuff out of that. I'm also gonna keep the skin, if you don't mind. Use that for plenty of stuff.
No, that's completely fine with me. So just having food for the journey is perfect as is. All right, so how much boar meat am I getting?
You're getting about, say, 30 pounds worth.
Oof! Wow.
That was a good bar.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Boars are big, fatty animals.
yeah.
Yup.
Oh, trust me, I have hunted several in my life.
I've never
want
tasted
anything?
boar.
He goes, "You want anything for breakfast?"
Some of those biscuits and gravy would be perfect. Just set them down on the counter for me for a moment. I'm gonna go check up on Balto.
No problem. Does he need anything?
No. If anything, I think he'll go and hunt if he's hungry. He did look like he had quite a bit of a meal last night when he came back.
He's like, "All right, I'll have that ready here on the table for when you come back in."
All right, thank you. And she will turn to head out the front doors of the tavern to go see Balto.
He is kind of just still lazily sitting or laying there on the ground. You actually kind of hear a snore from him as you step outside.
Oh, she's good. I want to roll the sneak up on him and like playfully jump on him, on Balto.
Roll
As he sleep.
perception. I will roll his perception.
Famous last words.
Well, I got a pretty good stealth. I got a +8 to my stealth.
Is it a good idea to try to sneak up on a great wolf, though?
Do you know
Have you
what
ever
your
spooked a dog?
wolf plus perception is, though?
Oof, even with that +11. Oh boy, he sees me.
So you sneak up, You go to jump on him, and he turns and grabs you in his paws and holds you to his chest. And starts licking your face. He wasn't actually asleep.
She's gonna let out a little, pretty big laugh as, he's licking her face, and she's gonna give him a big hug and good morning to you, Balto.
And he sits up and lets you get up.
You're adorable.
And she's just gonna keep laughing as she gets up, brush herself off of the dust, and then ruffle his fur on his head. And did you have a good night's rest?
He kind of nods and goes, "Hoof."
Hungry?
He wags his tail.
Well, I do have a little bit of boar meat here from the boar you got me last night, or if you would much prefer, you can go and have a quick hunt while I eat.
He gets up and does big dog stretches, and then nods, and then books it out north.
Alright. Well, you go and hunt then, bud. I'll be here eating.
He kind of gives you a bark as when he turns back, and then keeps going.
Alright. She'll just watch him leave for about a minute or two and then head back inside.
When you get back, there is a plate of biscuits and gravy with some bacon.
Alright. She is gonna sit down in front of the plate and dig right in.
So where traditionally elves don't have a lot of meat in their diet, wild elves are kind of the opposite, where they prefer more meat in their diet.
Mm-hmm. Alright. She might add a little bit of the salted boar meat with her platter as well.
Is boar bacon a thing?
Just what?
Boar bacon.
Yes.
Yeah.
I want to try it.
Just kind of gamey.
Yeah, but boars basically taste like normal pigs, except more gamey. They usually smell of, the wilds.
Yeah. At this point, I think it's probably getting close to like 7:30ish, so probably a good point for Sabine to wake up.
Okay, so Sabine wakes up. It takes her about 5 minutes to get out of bed. She makes her way towards the door. Like she kind of you would be able to think that she's a zombie, basically.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't do her hair. She doesn't do anything. She just puts on her clothes like very slowly, and just wobbles her way down the stairs.
It smells wonderful and heavenly as you're starting to go down the stairs.
She's following the smell. She's not even looking.
And you find yourself sitting at the bar with the orcs snarling at you, going, "Well, what will you have?" You realize you're surrounded by people with lots of food in front of them.
She faceplants on the table. I presume there's a table. And
You're at the bar, so yeah.
And while her face is against the table, she just says, "What's on the menu?
Breakfast."
What's for the breakfast?"
He takes a deep sigh. We've got pancakes, we've got grits, we've got biscuits and gravy, we've got bacon, we've got fried ham, we have oatmeal, we have grits. I mean,
I will have some of those biscuits with gravy.
that's a popular one this morning.
Biscuits with gravy are amazing.
You want just the biscuits and gravy or anything else with it?
Oh, what would be to drink? Do you
I've
have,
got orange juice.
do you have herbal drought?
Herbal drought?
It's this medieval, basically, like you take You basically cook water and you take herbs and you mix them together, basically.
He would say, "You want tea?"
She just shakes her head against the table and just says, "Give me whatever you have. I will take the orange juice."
All right.
Isn't herbal drought just herbal tea?
Yeah, basically.
It's like, well, alrighty then. Give me a moment. Comes back. He goes back there. A few minutes later, comes back with a big plate of biscuits and gravy. Well, big for you, and a tall glass, or tall for you, of orange juice.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm. No problem. You
Morning,
kind of came in a
lady.
little late last night.
No, this is normal.
I mean, coming in at midnight to go to bed is not necessarily normal.
It's alright.
So yeah, that's where all of you heard where you all had gone to bed early. She'd stayed up late.
Tom's
I
not
just
gonna
look over
pry.
myself.
Well, sounds like you folks got a big day. Headed up north into the desert.
Yes. Most of the reason why I decided to eat well today, because it's gonna be trail rations for a while.
Not if I can help it.
And that's part of why I was also trying to make sure that me and the little lady got a big breakfast free already.
Much appreciated, friend.
All right. So you guys just take your time eating.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, Sabine just digs in after a while.
How long does cured meat last?
It varies depending on how cured and the process they take for it. This one he actually has a way to magically cure it. That's why he was able to get it completed overnight. It normally takes longer than that.
Matteo,
Mateo will look up from her food. Yes.
may I inspect your boar meat?
I'm sorry. What was that you cut out?
May I inspect your boar meat?
My part. Yeah, she's gonna kind of hand the bag over to Treble.
Can I use my profession in cooking to try and determine how long it'll stay good?
Sure, go ahead, roll me that.
There's the thing. Profession cooking is 8.
That's good enough to let you know that it'll probably, all of this will easily last within 2 to 3 weeks.
Alright, this is a rather good curing job. Should last about 2 to 3 weeks.
Well, that's good. I mean, our nice host here cut and cure the meat, so I only expect the best from.
Or kind of shrugs, says, I ain't a butcher, but I've picked up a few things, and I've known a few people who can help with, making it, and I know I can't do it professionally on my own, right, but I got magical tools to help me out, make the difference.
If you don't mind, could I use this to cook us up some food along the journey? It'd be better than just eating trail rations for 2 weeks.
Well, if you want to, I don't see any problem in it.
Well, it's your meat.
Well, I wouldn't be able to eat all of it by myself, and it wouldn't be very fair to keep 30 pounds of meat to myself. So of course I'll allow you to use it to cook meals for the group.
In that case, I'll see if I can buy us something for a side dish before we head out. Maybe some wild carrots or some bread or something.
All right. And with that, she's gonna go back to devouring her food.
So by the time most of you are done, it's probably getting close to 8 o'clock-ish. Person who's still lagging behind there is probably going to be Sapine.
I'm on my way.
So what are you guys' plans for getting up north?
Head north.
Well, I think Alden would volunteer that if we can find a caravan heading that way, we could probably sign on. Or at the very least, travel with them. Safety in numbers and all that. If not, best bet is just start walking, and if we can't afford horses. Or camels in this case.
We have
Yep.
pretty good numbers of our own.
Well, if our oh god, I forgot the term, savvy. If our savvy little goblin friend here can negotiate it, I don't exactly have 200 gold for a carriage, but if he can get the price down, my camel can pull a small carriage for all of us. Or medium.
I
Oh.
could talk with my good friend Loss. He's the one that sent me here in the first place. He brought me from up there.
Oh,
See if he can
does
bring
he
us
sell
to the.
carriages?
Well, no, but he would be able to do transportation.
Well, oh, alright. I was actually mostly having him ask for that because I know we've got that really, really heavy camping kit that we gotta lug around now, and if we had a cart and plus my camel, we could lug that plus everything else around real easy.
Well,
Yeah,
the cart is only 15 gold.
Or we could just put it on the camel and just go.
Yes, but I
Oh.
don't want to end up encumbering the camel.
We also have a wolf.
Yes, but still, if we have the carriage, we can also travel on it as well, all at once, and make a lot better time.
So, I say this to the whole group. Who actually needs camping supplies?
Oh, I already have them.
Not it.
Nope.
I got my bedroll and blanket, and so I'm pretty set.
I look to Aladdin to just please say no.
I already said no. Like, I don't need any camping supplies. I already have my own.
And what
So-
about Steve?
I already know that Steve said he needs camping supplies, but as it turns out, we did not need a camping site, kit, thing, box.
Why did you buy a
Why?
camping site?
I shouldn't have presumed more of you wouldn't have any camping gear.
I mean, we all travel.
I did not know that.
Oh.
So, if that's the case, we can butcher the campsite kit, take what we actually need from it, and it looks to Steve. If you want, you could try to sell it back for some money to someone.
I would be impolite to try to sell it back here.
Yes, and besides, we may need the extras anyway. Things tend to happen on a trail.
I just shrug. Well, in that case, we do need to figure out how we're transporting that thing.
That's why I was asking if our savvy little goblin friend here could negotiate a carriage deal for us, because I have, I don't know, about 150-ish gold. So, even in real life, even I don't know my exact amount of money at all times, so
If you have 150 gold, we can get a heavy wagon, which is 10 by
thought it was-
20 feet.
I thought it was like 200-ish for a carriage.
A carriage is 100, and it seats up to like 5 people. A wagon can carry a shit ton of stuff, including all of us.
Mm-hmm.
Just remember that there were 3 different tiers of it. There was like the light carriage, the medium carriage, and the heavy carriage. The heavy carriage required 2 pullers. The medium and the light required 1.
Quick side
So-
note: carriage and a wagon are not the same things, and you're talking about a wagon.
So I'm assuming Bolto's still outside.
He is hunting.
Balto went out hunting, but actually he does pop his head. He actually at this he pops it and kind of goes. "Arrgh."
Okay, important thing. Is the barkeep there?
The bartender, yeah, he's there.
Okay.
He's been kind of listening to all of you kind of bicker and go on about all this.
So Sapine is gonna walk up to him and say, could I borrow a bucket and a large brush, basically for a horse?
He's like, I don't really got anything like that. I got a bucket.
I will take the bucket. Could I borrow a piece of cloth? Just borrow. I will return it.
He's like, I suppose. Goes over to a bucket and grabs a towel as well and hands you both of them.
Yep. And she takes both and she says, I'll be right back. And she goes outside. Bye, everyone.
Before
Balto's head is in the doorway.
Yep. When she just gets to him, she just, okay, I'm gonna clean you up. You seem to have a lot of blood on you.
just wait there, Bolto. I had a question for you specifically.
For who specifically?
Who?
Bolto. I'm talking to Bolto.
You're talking to the wolf.
Yep, in common.
Amazing.
Let me see if Balto understands common. Because he's been living with an elf.
I mean, we've already established this when Sapine was talking to him and he understood her.
Oh, right, yes, okay. So, I'll give you that. Alright.
If we were to buy, I believe it's a small carriage that seats 5 people. Would you allow me to ride you during the journey, Bolto?
He looks to you, and then he looks over back to Matteo and starts kind of trying to get your attention. Yipping and nipping.
Oof, Mateo's gonna set down her fork, kind of turn around and turn towards Balto. Look at Trouble like, what did you do to upset my companion?
He's not upset. He's trying to get
Oh.
your attention, and you notice that he has something on. You can kind of see his shoulders, and it looks like there's some sort of leather and straps around his shoulders.
Oh. Okay, so scratch that.
And he starts like trying to get your attention to come out, and he starts backing out of the door.
Sapine follows, by the way.
Mateo's gonna look confused and a little worried. She's not used to Balto, trying to get her attention like that, so she is gonna quickly walk outside to see what the trouble is.
And she's kind of standing, as you get out there, standing there happily. It looks like in some sort of leather barding. and she's waving her tail happily.
Well, Balto, where did you? She's gonna. Matteo's gonna go up to him and inspect the barding. Where did you get this?
She he turns and points to far off wares.
Did you steal that?
And no, actually, Terrence, the store owner, walks out, and says, "You've got quite the fascinating animal there."
Thank you. Did you put this on him?
I mean, he came in asking for armor and something to help you guys carry your stuff, so... And he brought in a bag of gold, so I wasn't going to turn him down.
What did you just say?
Oh, he holds up a necklace. Says, "I have something that allows me to talk with animals and other creatures and understand languages." And he was wanting something to help your group be able to, carry all the stuff you have. And so I made arrangements to have a wagon set up for you guys out in the out by the north stables.
Oh, well, that's convenient.
I have a thing for animals. He comes over and starts petting Balto, and he kind of makes happy dog noises.
Well, I just meant that we were just thinking about trying to come up with a cottage.
Well, he said he was noticing how your dwarf friend was struggling with that big box he bought from me yesterday.
Striker down.
In books. Character, he still hasn't actually seen it yet.
So Matteo is gonna give Balto some pats and scritches and like, well, weren't you just thoughtful?
And I figured, well, if he's gonna be carrying you all, I might as well get him some snazzy armor too. So I threw that in just because he seemed like a good boy.
Oh. Yes, he.
Guys. So Sabine just tries to get your attention from behind all of you.
Well, he won't have to even pull the cottage. I actually have a pack camel myself. And he's gonna turn around. Well, yes, milady.
I mean, it is nice and all that Balto has armor, but he is also... She just points at the bucket. He also kind of needs to be clean.
Okay,
Kind
but
of tilts his head as she was like, and goes, "Arr?"
Yeah, she just goes forward, looks at Balto and says, "Well, we had a deal."
He kind of nods and pulls on, reaches down beneath him, pulls on a leather strap, and the armor and barding comes off.
How much intelligence does this dog have?
4.
Fucking Oreo's dogs could not handle this. Yep. Then
He was just shown how to put it on and take it off by Terrence.
Holy shit, this dog is amazing. But yeah, Sapin just goes there, and as you guys are talking, she just starts cleaning him.
And he just lets you start cleaning.
Gonna look up to the shopkeeper. Do you have anything that could fit a camel?
Yeah, I've got some camel barding.
Great, because, well, I've just come from the mines and haven't really had a chance to outfit my ride yet. That's the word I was looking for.
Let's see. Just a moment. What size is the camel again?
Large.
So large. Okay.
I think Terrence is getting a lot of business from us.
He enjoys having a lot of business from you guys.
Not from me.
Okay. Let's see. So, you're wanting to buy armor for your camel. Let's see here. Sorry, I am just going to check the cost here. Are you wanting any sort of specific type of armor?
Well, I figure could start with leather and ask for the prices up.
Okay. Well, let's see. Leather armor for barding be 40 gold.
And what about if I wanted to get him chain?
Like chain mail or chain shirt?
In mail for him.
That would be 600 gold.
I'm actually curious about that. Like, what is the difference between that? Like, one being a full suit, the other being literally just a shirt.
So barding for a large non-humanoid creature costs 4 times as much as for human armor.
Well, I get that, but I mean, like, I'm talking about chain shirt versus chain mail.
It's the amount of coverage.
Gotcha. All right.
A
Well,
chain shirt would be 400 gold for a chain shirt
Oh.
equivalent barding.
well, I suppose that leather armor is really nice. It looks good on a wolf. I didn't even know they could be custom retrofitted for wolves.
He's like, I've met all sorts of weird mounts in my travels. I carry a little bit of everything.
That's what she said.
Well, if
And-
you can meet me at the Western Stables, that's where I've got my camel staying right now, and we can get it retrofitted on him.
I mean, it's not retrofitted. I have armor literally for a camel.
Oh, well, that works then.
Yeah, if you got 40 gold, I can definitely go and grab that for you.
He'll smile and toss the man 40 gold.
Terrence will grab it, double check it, and go inside. About 5 minutes later, he comes out with a big bundle of for leather.
Keen, did you fall asleep again?
No.
Were you playing with the cord again?
No.
Huh.
Could have heard what we could swear sounded like a.
The
I
bundle
have
weighs about
no idea
30
what that was.
pounds.
Okay, yeah, I can easily handle that weight, especially being a dwarf.
All right. Well, so we got armor. Probably gonna take about 20 minutes for you to clean off the wolf there.
Do I have to roll something for how well Sapin does that?
What do you have that you could roll for that?
Like, what would she roll?
Maybe
That's what I'm double
survival.
checking.
Handle
Yeah,
animal,
I think
maybe?
survival. Whichever is 2 is the higher for you.
Handle animal.
Do it.
Okay. Please roll high. Oh my Jesus!
That's the exact opposite of what you wanted to roll.
I am so sorry, Balto.
So,
Brush his head and call it good.
Mateo,
Mhm.
after a little while, you're seeing this, and she's just not quite able to get. She's just too short to kind of get some of the better the places where he really needs it, and you swear that she accidentally slapped him in the eye with the towel.
Stepped on his tail, pulled his hair.
Oh.
These
Sorry,
things.
Balto.
Do you want to step in and help her out?
Yeah, she's gonna kind of like grimace at this, and Balto's probably not looking like he's not having very much.
I'm sorry, Balto.
So yeah, I will roll for handle animal as well.
Oh my Jesus!
So,
Actual God.
when she was doing it, it looks like Balto was just sitting there waiting and enduring and waiting for it to end. You come in and you finish it up, and now he's quite happy about everything. Sapine, I want you to roll a sense motive to see if you notice that he's trying to just grin and bear it.
Uh-huh. Oh no.
Let's see, what's Balto's charisma? Because he does. So I'm gonna let you know. You still can tell that Balto's not happy with any of this. And again, it's just kind of begrudgingly grinning and bearing it, and you realize, oh, he's probably not enjoying this as much as you were hoping he would.
Okay, so she stops halfway there. She just walks up to his head and just says, I'm sorry.
He pats you on the head with his paw.
You almost said hoof.
I didn't though.
You have been a horse for too long.
And he kind of makes the noise of, it's okay, I forgive you.
Yeah, she just stands there waiting for the bucket when the cleaning is done, and then she will just take the bucket back inside.
All right. Well, yeah, like I said, it takes about 20 minutes for Matteo to come in and help you finish cleaning him. And yeah, there was still a lot of blood hidden in his fur. All right,
Oh,
and you take the kind of gross, bloody, dirty water back inside.
No, she will dump it, like before going in.
Oh, good, because the orc would not appreciate that.
But obviously.
Hey, I don't assume anything's obvious when I'm DMing. Because I've had players kind of go off left direction when I thought left was an obviously bad choice.
Good point, actually. Okay.
We've done that, exactly.
You guys did it, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, we had someone throw a grenade at a bunch of people in the middle of a busy thoroughfare. So.
Ving ving nudge nudge, ruby ruby.
All right. So, you get that in. The orc takes the bucket and says, "Is everything all right?"
Yeah. I've just learned that I kind of suck at cleaning wolves.
Well, I mean, you're kind of like a fraction of his size, so it would be difficult for you to do it
Hey, I tried.
effectively anyway.
I tried.
He's like, that's all anyone could really ask.
You just look so majestic.
Well, he's a big dog.
She just sighs to herself and says, anyway, thank you for the bucket.
No problem. You all survive out there.
Desna is looking over us, so there is nothing that can happen to us.
Kind of grunts and says, yeah. I can't deny that. I've seen her power and work, so. Again, just.
Oh, what now?
Well, I mean, I was an adventurer, and we had a cleric of Desna in our party.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, well. I'm not one to deny the gods. I'm just not a follower myself.
Oh,
I'm taking care of things with my own two hands.
If you make it back here, I'm gonna have to interrogate you on your stories.
Your atypical adventure stories. We went out, we stopped some bad guys, killed some monsters.
Oh, come on. Surely there's more to it than that.
I'm sure you'll have your own adventures to talk about.
I mean, of course.
All right. Well, I think you guys got a big travel, so you probably want to head out, sooner rather than later. Desert gets hot in the middle of the day.
Yeah, she just nods to that and says, alright, so, don't have another dragon drop on your inn.
Ugh, I hope not. That'd be terrible.
And she just goes. Bye.
Bye. All right, everyone's outside.
Yes. Out of character question, who did I give the pavilion to?
Wasn't that Matteo?
Yes. Did I give anyone else anything?
Not yet. You have shit tons
Guys,
of
you know-
food.
Yeah. Guys, we still need to go and get the campsite in my room and give back these room keys.
No, yeah, you probably should give back the room keys.
That's a good
Yeah.
point. I'm kind of surprised that the barkeep did not call that out or something.
Keys had a very busy morning already, and he's running on almost no sleep.
Yep. So when she hears that, she just makes like a 180 and just goes back and just leaves behind the key.
There's a rage fire. Hi, Rage.
Hey, Rage.
Hey, Rage.
Hi.
They say hello.
So,
I'm sure she's here for her lunch.
would any of you mind giving me a help with the campsite? There's only 4 bags to carry.
Yeah, sure. Alden
I
will happily do something.
suppose, at least until we can get it to the wagon.
Looks to Sapine.
Sabine is inside giving the key to the guy.
I thought you came back.
No. She went in to give the key. I presume other people are gonna go in as well.
Okay.
I was gonna have Krom do the same.
Yep.
Okay then. So I guess we go inside. Sapine,
Yes.
would you mind helping us carry the campsite supplies?
How many do you have?
There's just 4 bags between us.
Alright, can I have a rather logical question?
Yes.
Why did you buy 4?
That's just how many comes in the kit. Apparently it was a really big box. It contained 4 bags.
By the
As-
by the
wasn't
gods, why did you buy something so big?
I was not aware of the size at the time.
Wasn't it one big box with 4 handles, not 4 bags?
Yeah, it was
Actually, I
like a
think you're right.
huge,
It might be
huge
one big
box,
box.
yeah.
It was 4 bags, and he gave us a box to carry it in.
Well, I hate to be me, but she just smiles a little and says, "For once in my life, I can say that my size is actually going to be a deficit. You see, how am I supposed to carry that with you guys?"
I don't think it'll be that hard. We'll just help.
You do realize there's a size difference between you and me. Have you ever tried to carry something while a much smaller person was carrying the other side? You know what happens? Gravity happens.
How tall is Sabine?
Give me a second. Sabine is... she is 3 feet and 4 inches.
So nearly a foot shorter than even me.
Yep. And she's
I
big
am-
for a gnome.
I am 3 feet and 11 inches.
What? Are dwarves really that small?
As I say, you're still only 4 inches shorter than me versus a near foot.
There's already. Yeah, I look to Matteo, the tallest. There's already a size difference between all of us. I don't think it'll be much of an issue.
So that's what how it's described for the campsite kit.
Okay, so we can take it apart and everyone can like carry each.
Yes.
Okay, so Sapin is gonna be like, have you tried opening the box?
You see, I thought that's what we did when we carried it out of the store.
No.
He gave it to us as 4 bags that he put in a box, so it was easier for the 3 of us to carry it.
Yeah, and you guys carry the whole box.
I shrug. We'll just take it out of the box then.
Okay, so...
Okay, and the pavilion is in its own little bag or size
Yeah.
bag?
Yes.
Bag?
It's its own container.
Okay. Since I apparently have that, which I didn't really realize. I had to have
Okay,
that
so the
quickly.
camping kit, how heavy are we talking?
Its base weight is 80, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be divided by 4.
So
because
20 each.
Yeah.
She cannot carry it.
Really?
Actually, can she? Give me a second. She can, but she will be heavily over-encumbered.
Heavily.
See, she has strength of 11.
That is more than twice my strength. I'll have you know.
Wait, what is your strength?
5.
Oh god!
Oof!
What's that?
Yep.
We were talking about the strength of our tiny characters.
So yeah, she will take the camping kit. She will put it on her bag, you know, right above the backpack that she has, the travel backpack, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's like, "Ooh, what a load!"
Out of character, that's what she said.
That is
Good.
pretty.
Allow me. He'll just grab one and then take the one from Sapine.
She looks at you and says, "Oh, are you sure about this, Crom?
Oh yes.
You really do not have to do this."
Yes, no worry. We just need to get it to the caravan.
All right. Thank you.
We'll need to make the
Matteo,
little lady suffer.
So what do you say, Crom?
No need to make the little lady suffer.
She pouts a little, but she nods. I owe you one, Crom.
No worries. Anyway,
Matteo,
we should be off.
That wasn't my bad. Matteo is he's outside. So, yeah. Okay. On the way out, I'm going to go back to the barkeeper and hand him the key.
As you're heading in. Oh, heading into the barkeep.
Oh no, this is when we were leaving. Because the key
Yeah,
was
that's
in my
what-
room, we had to go up there.
But yeah, say I was gonna have him toss his key to you to return to the barkeep as well.
Roll for throw.
Actual throw.
I don't even know what that would be.
Just dexterity roll.
Don't have dexterity.
Isn't it a skillful throw?
I have a little bit of dexterity, I guess.
I was about
But,
to say everyone should have
what-
dexterity. Otherwise, you're paralyzed. That's
I
what
have-
happens if your dexterity hits 0.
I have
is you become
13.
paralyzed.
Dexterity. But would that be just a basic dex roll, or would that be a specific ability?
For which?
Just literally tossing a key.
I think it's an attack roll. It's a ranged attack
Roll for attack.
So it's you either do a strength throw or a dex throw. So it's either or.
I've got more strength.
Rolls 1.
Roll.
Rolls 1, fucking throws it at Sabine.
Oh no.
Crits throws it right in the guy's eye.
Throws it in the soup.
Just with the camp kits, I make sure the cooking kit is in my bag.
Well, it's not like a crit fail.
I'm sorry for jinxing you, man.
Makes the distance, it just doesn't. It's not the most accurate thing in the world.
So not quite. So what happens is you're throwing it towards the barkeep, right?
Well, I was actually throwing it to Tribal.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
you throw, you almost it doesn't even hit. So it goes like past him and bounces on the floor behind him.
Oh,
I
Almost
just
made
look
it.
at you, a little disappointed. Before I go
Just
to
shrugs.
pick it up.
He just shrugs. He's not like a ranger or a knife thrower.
And then go and hand the barkeep the 2 keys in my possession.
He's like, oh yeah, I'm tired. I need to have the little lady take over the bar today.
Well, thank you for your hospitality. The meals and the rooms were lovely.
Yeah, don't be strangers. I think
I-
you've gotten Annabelle all crazed to be cooking again. She hasn't been this excited to cook for guests in a while.
That's Audan's work. Congratulations, Keen.
Nice.
What did I do?
You made a halfling happy about cooking again.
Oh, good. I
That's
have
good to
so
hear.
many berries. I actually think I will leave her just like a half pound of berries for if she wants them.
I mean,
'Cause
she
that's a
would
lot
not
of
have
berries.
accepted them, so you probably would have to have just left them without telling her.
Yeah, I'll just leave like a little bag of berries. I just have berries a shit ton written down.
Do you have a bag?
I figured that there's like a clean cloth around, and I'll just leave them in a pile on that.
That's fair enough.
I'm down to 9 pounds of berries at this point.
9 pounds of berries.
My fucking god. What berries are these?
Berries.
What berries?
Oh, we can make a lovely boar roast glazed in berries.
Oh my god, yeah,
Berry
we
juice.
oh my god, yeah, we could like roast the fucking pig, right? And we could make like, if it's like blueberries, you could make it like the most amazing sauce that goes actually very well with gamey meat.
And
Would
don't forget the
cooking
wild
be-
carrots on the side.
Would cooking be a
Here we go,
craft
talking
or
about
like-
food hungry again.
I'm so hungry.
Cooking is either a craft or a profession.
Cool.
I have mine as a profession.
You get different DCs and different results depending on whether it's a craft or a profession.
Yeah, I'll probably put a point or two into it next level.
Crafting or profession?
Craft.
Yes.
Why not both?
My current
Because,
cooking is a +8.
Okay, shall we go, guys?
I don't even see cooking on the list of skills here.
Cooking isn't a
it's,
specific one. Craft and profession are somewhat customizable, so you can have like craft ointment or whatever the fuck if you're
Craft
an alchemist.
alchemy.
Yeah,
Craft
so
alchemy, craft cooking, craft whatever.
okay, so for
Or
instance,
profession sewing, profession metalwork, or profession prostitute.
okay, so for instance, my character's profession is herbalism or herbalist, where her craft ability is alchemy. You know, the profession. The profession means like what your character knows, like what your character would be able to use to like basically live.
So
Gotcha.
the more specific that those are, so if you have like a very specific profession, any checks related directly to that are going to be a lower DC, but other ones that are only slightly related will be a higher DC. Where if it's more general, all the DCs are a little bit higher, but not all of them are as high as the less specific ones for more. If you get it,
what can you do with
Gotcha.
craft cooking?
you can make things. You can apply. You can apply unique ingredients to things to get unique effects. Not to the full degree of alchemy, but if you have craft cooking and craft alchemy, you can actually combine them.
And versus
Or-
craft profession, which is
Or if you have profession cooking and craft alchemy, you can combine them.
Okay. Well, anyway. Well, he's gonna approach and gently pat the wolf on the head. Shall you lead the way to the carriage, friend?
We'll need someone to lead the way.
I
Alden's
thought
going to lead the way.
it was the
to
wolf's carriage.
Yes, the carriage does technically belong to the wolf.
The wolf is the leader, guys.
Yeah, I figured the wolf would be the one leading the way.
No, the wolf's with Matteo.
Matteo, the whole group is stuck. We need your help.
Oh boy.
this makes Mathea the default leader.
Striker,
Oh.
we need you in the campaign.
Nope, no striker. You guys have to figure this out on your own for once.
Oh,
And then the kid dies.
screaming child.
So, has everyone returned their room keys yet?
Steve?
Yeah. I thought we all went inside and did that together.
Well,
Yeah.
I was only from one pair of keys. So, unless you guys did it by yourselves, then yes.
I was the first one to actually return it.
Yeah, you did it before we did.
And then everyone else kind of followed Sabine once they realized, oh, hey, we need to return these.
Yeah.
Anywho,
So, I imagine.
fine then, he'll look up to Matteo as well. Well, you and your furry friend want to lead the way to his new carriage?
Yeah, that would be good. She's gonna look towards Balto and, where's the, carriage you got for us, boy?
He kind of gives the "Arr!" and starts happily walking his way towards the north.
And, Matteo will walk beside him.
I'm just following.
Yep, Sabine is following as well.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh my god, did we make it out of the town?
Aiden, are you following along with the rest of them?
Yep, I imagine I get distracted and go off to buy some tea somewhere, but that's about it. And then I'll head back with them the rest.
Guys, I think we made it out of the city.
I'm just gonna add about a pound of tea to my stuff. That's okay.
All right. As you get to the north where the stables are, he walks right up, and there is. How generous was Terrence for this?
1.
There's a single wheel.
It was it was a wolf, and wolves are adorable as hell. So I mean, how can you say no to that face?
Yeah, I know, right?
Sure.
I don't know about him, but I'd be ridiculously generous.
Well, considering he has an item specifically so we can talk with animals, I actually have a book here for carriages and vehicles. So I'm just trying to make sure I grab the right one I want here. Because some of them have to have a certain number of animals carrying them. So
How much can the camel pull?
Lots. Camels are actually really fucking strong.
Does it say it's a
Prom
large?
needs to remember his camel. It's at
Oh,
the west
he-
gate.
Well, yeah, as you say, he's not forgetting it. He's just He's planning on dropping off the
Oh, God,
two
he's
bags and then
Oh god, he's gonna end up
heading
like,
for
like
his
the
camel
giraffe.
first thing. Believe me, I had a whole speech planned out for that. Once Talt finishes what he's figuring out.
Oh, speaking of speeches, I actually have something ready here when we
So,
actually,
it
journey.
is a covered cart. It's 5 feet by 10 feet, long. And it does look like it does have some very minor reinforcements along the sides. But otherwise, it looks like a fairly standard carriage.
Does it look like it can be pulled by one or two?
By one.
Okay, good. Well, with that, he's going to set the bags on the back and say, "Well, I need to go get my camel. No beast as what's the term? No graceful beast such as this should have to pull a cart." Like, kind of just gesturing towards the wolf. I'll be right back, and then he's gonna head for the west carriages or the west stables.
All right. Hardly ever get to use this book that has vehicles in it. I usually use it for the magical items in the back of it.
Remember, guys, no ships.
Oh, no airship?
It's
It's
No
only
just like,
ships.
80,000 gold.
No ships. The first rule of D&D, no ships.
But what about Button Bell?
No.
Oh,
So, you guys are about to go north into the desert. The desert that's called the Sand of, or the Sea of Sand.
Fuck.
yep.
We're gonna be going on a ship, guys!
I mean, one of you already knows what the main transport that's used on is.
Mhm.
Steve.
At least we're not walking on foot.
That's a good point.
You really don't want to walk on foot in the Sea of Sand. You really don't.
Oh, it's a damn good thing that two of our characters came with mounts.
Well, your
Yeah,
mounts
well-
don't want to be walking on the sand either.
so wait, does that mean we can use a boat on the Sea of Sand?
There are special kind of boats that are usable on the Sea of Sand, yes.
So are we going?
More than
Wait, can our carriage even work on the Sea of Sand?
We don't know.
How would you know that?
Yeah, I didn't even know that there was a Sea of Sand. My character, so
The roles you would need would be the engineering for that.
Oh, so wait, someone has engineering.
I was gonna say, gee, I wonder who that is. Totally not the dwarf.
not this one anyway.
I was gonna say it's actually the goblin who has engineering as a class skill.
Steve.
think.
I also have engineering as a class skill.
No, rogues don't get that. They get a
No,
different one as
rogues
a
can.
class skill.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't-
I'm so confused.
Engineering. There's dungeoneering and engineering.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I have engineering.
Yeah, you'd be able to roll that to see if if the carriage could be used on the sand, or if it would have to have a conversion, and if you could do that conversion.
Sure, I'll roll it.
Alchemy Dragon, only 100,000 gold.
So it would need to be converted. The wheels themselves wouldn't be able to work, but then you notice that you know how I said that the carriage had some reinforcements?
Hmm.
It's got a lever on the side of it.
Pull the lever, crank!
Oh, now what do we have here? He's going to approach the lever and try it out.
The lever isn't obvious, by the way. It's kind of hidden along the design of the side.
That's my roll. Would I have found it, or do I have to
Yep,
roll
you're-
perception?
Nope, that roll is what allowed you to find it.
Okay.
Because that's part of examining the carriage and seeing whether it would work or not.
Oh, what do we have here? And
So
he's going to try it out.
as you pull on the lever, the reinforcements go down along the wheels and under them, and kind of turn into like these skate type deals that cover the wheels.
Oh, now that is brilliant.
If anything, it would be similar to like a dog sled in appearance, except for it's higher up on the ground.
Well, I suppose I should get my friend here hooked up.
You will tell that this would not move very well on normal ground, but maybe loose sand. Yeah, it could probably go. It could probably travel fairly well.
Okay, and we're still on hard ground right now, aren't we?
Yep.
Okay. Well, and first off, he's going to turn to the group. Everyone, meet Adaswar. And he's going to motion to his glorious camel.
What is his name again?
Dawser. Addawser. I'll just paste it.
I'm writing it down. Oh, so that's how. Okay. Oh, okay.
Dawser. Everyone, meet Dawser.
Yeah. So Sapin just waves at the camera and says, "Hi, Adolcer."
So inside the carriage, there's actually, or the cart, it's surprisingly spacious, and most of you are able to sit in there with your cargo.
Damn,
This is rather nice.
this is amazing.
Would I have to roll another engineering roll to hook up my camel?
To this thing,
Yes.
it's not really designed to have two pulling it.
Two? Oh, wait. I don't think we hooked the wolf up to it, though.
So, and the wolf's barding looks like it's meant to go into the hookups here.
Oh?
Oh no.
That's kind of sad, because I went to get the camel specifically so the wolf wouldn't have to pull it, because, I mean, wolves aren't generally pack animals.
You want to rephrase that?
The
So you
wolves aren't normally pack animals.
They're not usually pack animals. I get it. It's because of wolves traveling packs. Get it? It's a joke, motherfucker. Sorry.
That's fantastic. Do you want to know the description for the dire wolf or great wolf that would fit Balto for the most
Well-
part.
I mean, I know he's very, very big, but I mean, even then, it's just one of those things that you don't expect wolves to do.
I mean, you wouldn't expect a normal wolf to do that.
And I love how no one is asking if Balto is okay with this.
I was just about to ask, you do realize that the cart belongs to Balto, right?
Yeah, it's not yours.
Well, yeah, I mean, there is that.
Ask him.
But by the way, here's the description for the dire wolf.
Oh, I thought it's gray.
It is gray. That's the description for the basic dire wolf.
Okay.
His is gray, but he's the size of a horse. He could definitely pull the cart, and he actually seems like he wants to. Because it's his cart. It's his thing.
Oh. Okay, well, if you're sure, my friend, he'll give the wolf a gentle pat on the side. And with that, he will flip the switch on the side to put it back under the wheels for now.
Matteo, something else you notice that in his armor in barding is it looks like it has a spot for someone to ride on top of him.
Okay.
And once he's hooked up, he starts kind of prancing in spot, waiting for everyone to get loaded up, and kind of looks at you.
She is gonna approach him. And you ready, boy?
Kind of breathing and panting all excitedly.
He's just gonna give a small laugh. And all right. Well, if everyone's loaded and ready to go, let's head out.
While he's talking to she talking to her wolf, I'm gonna fit my camel with the leather armor real quick.
No problem. It does take a few minutes to hook up the wolf to the cart, even if the hookups do make it easier.
Yeah, and then once my camel's all armored up, I'm going to actually unarmor because I'm riding debuffs from armor, and then saddle up.
Matteo, on the cart there is a note to you.
Oh, okay. Noticing this, she is going to take the note and give it a read.
It's from Terrence, and it's more or less instructions on how to put the armor on and the quick releases for the armor. Also, how to hook it up to the cart and quick releases to remove to get the cart off. It also shows instructions on how to turn the cart from just a regular cart to a one that can travel on sand at speed.
Oh, way ahead of him.
All right. Well, she is going to fold the note up after reading it and pocket it for future reference when she doesn't remember like certain steps, and she will go ahead and get Balto all hooked up to the carriage.
And now you don't have to make a specific roll to know how to hook up or take it apart or to do any of the changes. Now you actually have instructions.
Yay! All right.
All right. You're all set. You guys ready to head out north?
Actually, Sabine, before she, hops on, honestly, she walks to the side of the cart, and she just starts talking, or chanting, really. She says, "Blessed is the long road to the destination, the homeward path, and all who make the journey. Let each dream be a bright star in the night sky of your mind, lighting your path in the day." And then she just hops back in.
After you finish, you actually hear a chorus of "Amen" around you as you notice that there are several people with the with holy symbols, or at least symbols of Desna. It's not uncommon. Actually, it's actually quite common for people to give prayers before long travels.
Indeed.
All right. All set. Look good here. All right, and we start headed northwards.
Yep.
Where is everyone at?
I'm in
I'll
the
be
wagon.
riding. Yeah, I'll be riding a Dosser beside the wagon.
Sapine
There
is
is
looking out of the back part of the cart.
So it's somewhere between a wagon and a cart. It's not as small as a cart, but it's not as big as a wagon. It's somewhere in between. And there is enough room for 4 people to sit somewhat comfortably inside.
It kind of worked out.
Matteo would be walking beside Balto as he pulls the cart carriage thing.
Balto would keep looking to you and then to his back.
I imagine Treble would try to be in the middle of front of the cart, trying to sleep.
Yeah. Sapine is, at the opening of the cart. She pulls out one of her parchments. She takes the vial, basically everything, and she just starts writing something down.
Grab a here. There you are. Matteo, after about an hour going at this slow pace that you're walking, Balto starts nipping at your shoulder.
Okay. Dale would look at Balto and just, what is it?
He looks at you, looks to his back, and then looks back at you.
Are you sure? I mean, I don't mind walking.
He kind of stomps for a moment, looking like he wants to go faster, but, again, your 2 legs are a lot slower.
Well, all right, and while he's moving, she will climb up onto his back.
Do you have any ranks in ride by any chance?
No, I didn't.
Well, you're still gonna need to roll it.
Yeah.
Which would I need to roll that as well?
I do at least get a +3 to it.
If your camel's not going at full speed, then you're not gonna need to worry about it.
Oh, fuck.
And if you're keeping up with the rest of them, then I'm guessing your camel's probably not going at full speed.
Okay. I actually do have ranks in ride. But they're kind of canceled out when I'm wearing my armor by a lot. That's why I made sure to take my armor off before we got started.
All right. Once you're on, he kind of gives a dog noise, looks over at the camel, kind of gives a noise, and Balto starts moving quickly. Not full pace yet, but definitely starts increasing his pace.
Crom will do whatever you do to make a camel move faster.
Is Balto trying to make this a race?
Just trying to encourage to go faster. They both have the same movement speed.
He'll make sure to keep Adosser up at the same pace as the direwolf.
Well, they're going to be going at the 50 feet, max speed there. So
awesome.
Not the fastest speed in the world, but definitely going to be going a bit faster now.
A lot faster than we would be on foot.
Yes. And despite the fact that there is a bit of a road, it's not a super nice road, so it is still bumpy for everyone in the cart. Not super bumpy, but you can definitely tell. Oh, these are bumps.
Can
If
Can
you're
I?
Question: Can Sabine actually write whatever she's writing?
It'll be difficult at best.
Do I need to roll for something?
What exactly are you writing?
A diary.
Diary?
Maybe
Mm,
linguistics? Question mark.
That's more like languages and such.
Oh yeah, I
Well,
don't know.
linguistics actually would be the appropriate one here, or forgery, but they don't. Oh no, we don't have forgery. That's been moved into linguistics.
So linguistics.
Yep.
Oh boy, please don't ruin this.
Ooh. Yep, you're doing just fine.
It's
I mean,
in there.
you're sitting in a way that you can kind of anticipate the bumps, and so you're kind of writing, and then right.
Can I roll to sleep?
Roll me a fortitude to not be bothered by the bumps.
Okay. What is my fortitude?
Keen,
Back to
Keen, are you
sheet.
awake?
Yep.
Okay. Steve, are you awake?
There it is.
Yeah.
Are your characters awake?
Uh,
I
Yeah,
would sure hope Crom is awake.
I
Yeah.
slept on the carriage to this town. I'm sleeping on the carriage out of this town.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
likes to
What?
sleep during travel.
Yeah, you're like whatever, and you put whatever over your face, lay down, and out.
Put my scarf over my face and just sleep.
Yep, you're
I
just
came from
out.
a dwarven mine. That's loud. I can sleep anywhere.
It's not It's not the loudness. It's the bumpiness, and it's the rocking and the jarring. But yeah, you made the DC.
Slept through an earthquake. Okay.
What about the rest of you? Eodin and Steve, what are you guys doing?
Just enjoying the view. Not much for him to do right now. Nobody's hurt, and he just has his stuff sitting in the back of the cart.
Ooh, that means Eodin sees Sabine writing something.
Yeah. He's not going to interrupt. That would be rude.
I mean, if someone would take his ear, Steve will tell a story.
Well, seems like it's more of a quiet ride at this point, though, with one person in a diary, one person sleeping, and one person just enjoying the view.
And Matteo's just like literally enjoying just riding on Balto's back. Like when he first gets going, she kind of lets out a pretty decent laugh as she enjoys the wind blowing through her hair and that.
Balto gives a
As-
howl of joy when you laugh.
As is Crom. He's given Adosser some pats on the neck.
All right. So, Steve, if I'm not mistaken, I said it was about 2-hour ride from the edge to the center for you, right?
I think it was like 3 or 4. That was what
3
the
or
ride with
4?
Marlowe, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's going to be about 2 or 3 with this because you're going at a faster pace. He didn't push his animals like Balto's wanting to push himself.
Okay.
And it's not so much pushing as much as just Balto wanting to go fast because a wolf can run at full speed for up to 24 hours nonstop.
And I'm glad camels have the endurance ability, or trait, or whatever it's called.
Yep.
Would he be able to run for that long, considering he's also carrying several people, a cart and such?
Not that long, but for 3 hours easily.
Okay.
Yeah, no, Balto's not going to have any issue pulling this thing for 3 hours at its top speed. All right, so about 2 to 3 hours you get back, or you're getting to the like this. You see a hut, there for, like looks like a way station for people coming out of the desert. Steve, you recognize this place?
Do I notice if Marlowe's wagon's here?
There is Marlowe's wagon.
Hmm.
Looks like he was just packing up to go for another trip.
Oh, he's outside.
Yep, looks like he does these daily runs.
I'm gonna call out to Marlowe. Ah, Marlowe, my old friend. Seems we meet again.
He goes, "Oh, hi, how you doing?"
Ah, fantastic.
Well, I didn't expect to see you out back this way so quickly.
A rather unfortunate event has happened, I dare say, my friend.
He's like, "The dragon, right?"
Yes, unfortunately, the patriarch of the family seems to have fallen upon our city.
Oh, it was that dragon. I just saw it fly overhead and the blood splatter all over the area.
Unfortunately, it was, so I must take it upon myself in my quest of grand adventurers to bring dire news to the family out in the oasis.
That's a right shame. That is just a right shame. That's a good family there. They don't deserve that kind of loss.
They are. They, put me on the right track to get here in the first place. So I felt like it was partly my own duty to return the favor to them, even though it's not exactly the same.
Yeah, well, at least someone who knows enough going on. Do hope everything's all right though. I don't even want to imagine what could cause a dragon like that to bleed.
Well, I am going to give you the warning that it seemed as though the town was trying to consolidate everyone back at the city, so...
Well, I will let my sister know we may have to close up, but we will probably also be one of the last ones to do that just so that we can be a lookout. If need be, me and my sister can just hop on a gazelle each and ride that way.
Well, take care of yourselves, my friends.
You as well. We still got some passengers who are headed that way. If you guys are lucky, you might be able to get a sand skimmer if you need one.
I believe this magical cart of ours can change into one, from what I've seen earlier.
Oh, seems a bit small for a sand skimmer, but hey, whatever you need to do.
If it gets the work done, so be it.
Well, my friend and your companions, I do wish you the best of luck on your endeavors. It's dangerous out there.
I hope you have well on your own travels, Marlowe.
And you as well, little Steve.
I'm going to give him a deep bow.
And he will return it. All right, and so from the other side of the building, it goes from it graduates from grassland into desert, and there are some interesting vehicles sitting out in the sand. So I'm trying to decide the best way to describe these. You know the boat that they are in Moana, the I can't remember the name of that kind of boat.
Skiff?
Maybe?
I know what you mean, but I do not know the word.
Yeah.
Yeah, skiff is close enough. It's similar to one of those. It's got they've got large sails, and it looks like someone kind of runs it on the back. And they're just and they look kind of like boats, just a little bit modified on the sand.
Oop, that's the
Koru.
wrong
They're
thing.
called. They're
That
called
is the
Koru.
wrong
What the
thing.
fuck?
That's the wrong thing. I
What
meant
the
to send
heck?
that. I meant to send that picture.
Yes, that that is just about right.
Let me delete that.
I was
Oh,
listening
like
to
that.
that.
On me.
Hey, go put that in the music room, and I'll go listen to that later.
Take on me, but it never starts. Sorry
Yeah.
about that.
Anyway, the boats in Moana are apparently called Koru.
Is it with C or with K?
Hey,
Oh, interesting.
But yeah, so what Steve showed there is kind of what you see. It kind of sand boats.
Is it that big, or is it a smaller one like in Moana?
It's about that big, actually. Looks like you could have a couple of people on there.
Good thing we have our own.
Indeed.
All right, and so as you're getting into the sand, the cart starts getting pulled and starts getting slower trying to get pulled into the sand.
Oh, lass, there's a lever on the side. He's gonna motion to where he found the leather, trying to talk to Matteo.
Oh yeah, Terrence mentioned that in his note he left for me. Balto, could you stop for a moment?
And it does. Just a quick note, Steve. Since you've
Yes.
ridden on one of those boats, you would know that they would be going much faster than what you guys were going on land earlier.
Okay.
Like significantly faster.
Would I be able to tell if ours will go the same speed?
Probably not. Yeah, because the speed for this is based on what's pulling it. And as fast as Balto is, it's not as fast as one of those boats.
My friends, if we want to make this journey as quick as possible, I would still recommending taking the Sand Skipper. They are much quicker.
Sabine looks at Steve and says, but we already have one.
But
Yes.
not to let down our
As-
good friend up at the front there, but this can only go as fast as him, and the Sand Skimmers are specifically designed to go as fast as possible.
And there is a larger one there you can tell would be able to hold not only both your animals, but your cart as well.
But
would-
would we even be able to afford such a thing? And would our friend here be willing to give up his recently acquired cart?
Yeah, Steve, you seem to be from here. Do you know the prices?
Is the big one the one with Lars?
Nope.
Oh.
Lars was a 3-man one. He was meant to go fast and travel with light loads.
Okay. Unfortunately, I do not, as it was the family that set me up with my original ride here. Though I'm sure I could do a little persuasion.
Well, I would suggest asking the furry friend first. Wouldn't be fair to him to make him abandon his new cart.
Yeah, especially because he's so happy about it.
Oh no! You don't see. You don't see. I'm gonna point out the big one. On there, you could fit the cart on as well. We could take it with us.
It's probably very expensive, though.
Oh, it might be a little bit of gold, but as I said before, I'm pretty sure I could bring it down a bit.
Remember, we are only getting like 50 gold for all of this.
Well, then I'm pretty sure if you explain to the owners of the ship of how important our little errand here is, they may discount it for us. And with that,
Well,
True.
it is on you if you wish. We have our cart, so it is no big deal. So do what you would want to do.
Okay. I am going to slide out of the cart and go investigate to find out prices. And who's ever in charge of the big one.
All right. Well, there is someone standing on there who is directing people to get things ready. You know, like they just dropped some people off who are at the little way station there. And he kind of notices you walk through the sand up and says, "Oi, what can I do for you?"
Ah, my good friend! I'm looking for transportation to the, fast transportation to the Oasis on very important business from the city.
Well, we definitely do transportation.
I was wondering how much it would cost for, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of us, a camel, a great wolf, and a cart.
Let me take a look here. He kind of looks over. He's like, "Oof, got some heavy things there."
We got important business
Mm,
from the city.
Well, normally our cost is 2 silver per mile per person. And to the Oasis, that's a good, 50 miles or so. 50, no, sorry. That's a good 100 miles out. So we're looking at 20 gold ahead.
Due to the importance of a mission, is there any way you could do it 15?
15?
15 gold ahead? I can roll diplomacy with that if you want me to.
Yeah, roll me a diplomacy.
I was about to do the wrong roll. Ah!
Kick.
Thank you, Tatsu. Very cool.
He's like, nah, I can't really do that. If anything, I might have to charge a little bit more for the cart.
Well, in your professional opinion, about how long do you think it would take for our cart to get out there?
Oh, like I said, about 100 miles to get out there from here. Let's see. 2 silver. So yeah, we're looking at 20 gold per person. Have to charge a little bit more. Probably have to be 25 gold total for the cart, just because it's taking up so much space. Is anyone going up there to help him?
I'm still asleep.
Sabina's gonna come in. She's going when she notices that Steve is looking a little,
My normal
hairy.
charm has not worked on this guy.
And I have no diplomacy skill.
So Sabina's gonna walk up to this guy and say, "Hello there.
Hello.
I am this wonderful goblin friend here of mine, and I would like to inform you that we are on a very important journey. Journey of such importance that surely it would be wonderful of you if you could, for once, discount your journey, our journey."
Oh, I mean, I've got to make my own living and keep food on the table, mouths to feed.
Well, and what if I were to tell you that there might be a great danger if we do not make our journey rather quickly?
He kind of looks. He kind of looks around. It's like, this is the desert, full of death worms and bandits.
Yes, and we are also talking about someone who has managed to kill a dragon.
It's like, that's a pretty tall tale there.
You have not seen the dragon?
No, I came from the west. I've been hearing rumors though. But to actually kill a dragon?
She pulls out one of the arrows that still has dragon, like old dragon blood on it.
Are you offering that to him to look?
Yep. Have a look, see
It's like,
yourself.
huh? Looks like this comes from one of the dwarf mines. What was the name of that again? Kind of starts thinking to himself, trying to remember the name of the mine there, and this is me stalling because I'm trying to remember what
Shit.
exactly I named it.
I am so ready to write this down.
It's gonna be the same one that trouble came from, probably.
No.
No, different one. There are a few
Yes,
others.
it's one. Darian. I am going to actually paste this and see if any of you can attempt to pronounce this, because I'm afraid I'm going to butcher it.
Jesus fucking Christ. I am copy pasting that.
And for me, some more rocks.
On fjall 9 more.
There we go.
My god.
So, Keen's Norse, apparently.
It's actually Irish.
Keen's Irish, apparently.
So yeah.
So,
I have so
that,
many fucking freckles.
and that is the northern dwarf mine, or the dwarf mine in the desert.
Okay, so, does he look like he's like, maybe a little villain now?
But he's like, I mean, I'm not sure why you'd have arrows from the dwarf mine all the way down here. Don't you have a different mine over here?
She just groans.
Oh my god, someone just tell him the reason why our journey is important. To him, to us, it's an important journey, but to him, we're just telling him it's important. We're not telling him exactly why we have to get out to the oasis.
But this is how Sapine talks.
Give him the context!
But this is how she talks. I'm playing a character, Maffeo.
I think Audin's gonna hop up at this point with his bag of berries, just eating a few. I'm gonna milk these berries for as long as I fucking can, people. That's gonna be a thing.
My good friend. Do you happen to know the family out at the Oasis?
He's like, I've stopped by the oasis a couple times, picking up people, dropping them off.
Well, have you met with the family themselves?
Yeah, some of the younger kids who come out and deal with the traders.
It's our unfortunate business to bring word of the passing of the patriarch of the family.
Oh, you mean that big, damn it, now I'm getting my colors mixed up. Say copper.
I heard copper or bronze, I think it was.
I think it was bronze.
Yeah.
That's why I'm double checking to make sure. Yep, bronze. Oh, you
Oh
mean
my
that big
god.
bronze dragon that flies around?
Oh my god, I'm a retard! Oh my god, Sapine is gonna pull out the bounty paper.
You still have it?
Yes!
So, someone took it.
Sapine is gonna pull out the motherfucking bounty paper and offer it to him now.
He goes, ah, well, fantastic. Well, do you have the gold to make the journey there?
I told you should have just rolled diplomacy.
Doesn't one of us have like 180 gold?
So, she's gonna take the paper, she's gonna take the arrow, she's gonna turn around, and she's gonna start going back to the cart. She is so done with this dude, and she's like this close to start shooting magic missiles on him.
My friend. Do you happen to do any trading with a rather fine company called Drake Industries?
He's pulling that card again.
I've heard of it.
Okay.
I transport people. I don't sell things.
Understandable. Well, we will console with our companions and bring word if we are in need of your transportation, my good friend.
Well, if we don't get anyone within the hour, we're gonna head off and see if we can find someone else to other people to pick up at other locations.
Just be careful, my friend.
You as well.
I will go back to the cart.
Surprised no one else attempted that diplomacy.
Okay, give me a second. So
I have a negative to my diplomacy.
Okay, so Striker, I need to ask you something. Can I roll
Yes.
perception to see if there is an obvious weak spot to this skiff?
I can.
Like something that if you were to pull it, it would potentially fall apart.
That would be more of an
Self-destruct button.
engineering roll more than a perception roll.
Fuck.
I mean, you could still roll.
I cannot because these are, I don't have engineering.
Oh yeah, good knowledge.
You can,
rolls
but you'd
you
have to take a negative.
Nope, knowledge rolls you have to actually have either a class skill or have a rank in it.
Okay, so only I could do that, and I'm a lawful good.
Okay, could I roll like in just straight up intelligence?
It'd be a harder roll, but I'll give you that.
Yeah, but I will at least fucking try. She has a plan if this works. What's my intelligence check? 2. Oh my fucking god!
You can. It's made out of wood, so you can set it on fire.
I don't have any fire spells.
No, what's even worse is you think it might be treated wood, so it's even resistant to fire. If
Damn
anything,
it!
that thing can die into
Okay.
penetrate.
Okay, I will explain since that no longer matters. What my plan
This is
was.
the most indestructible skiff ever.
Guys, what my plan was learn of some kind of like weakness, like something that you would like pull up, because ships actually have this. Ships are usually made to be easily taken apart. If you do specific things, right? So,
Linchpin.
so her plan was to use Mage Hand to make this one thing, like unstable, so that when they actually start traveling, it will fall apart.
What?
Steve,
why?
I
can
would
have
just
you roll a
like to
perception
refer-
check for me.
Perception.
I'd just like to refer to my previous comment 8 minutes ago.
God damn it.
So, Steve, you notice that off of one of the other skiffs, a familiar looking one, you had a gentleman you recognize as Lars starts walking towards the larger stand skiff.
Ah, my friend Laz.
He looks over
Seems
like,
we
"Oh,
crossed
hey,
paths again.
indeed. How can I help you? You need a ride today?"
Well, me and my group of unfortunate travelers have to make a trip out to the oasis.
He's like, "You got quite the crew now. I thought you traveled alone."
I normally do, but the times have changed. You don't often get dragons falling out of the sky.
Is that what happened? I was hearing some chaos about that.
The unfortunate patriarch of the dragon family seems to have fallen.
No, that's terrible. He was my drinking buddy.
It's,
I mean, he always drank me under the table because, dragon, but still. He would take
Yes.
a human form and give me at least a chance at it.
he was a rather interesting fellow. The short talk I had with him, he's the one that led me to you. But that's besides the point.
Indeed, he paid for your trip.
Me and my companions are bringing the unfortunate news to the family. Trying to figure out transportation.
Well, is there anything I can do to help you?
Could you put in a good word with when I gesture over to the person that owns the big one?
Oh, yeah. Well, why don't you come with me? I think I can see what I can do to help him out. His prices are usually fair.
Ah, fantastic. I'm gonna, hurry up to him and walk with him.
And as you walk up, the guy greets Lars and says, "Oh, and you again. You guys able to pay the fee now?"
I.
All right, so is there They're a bit short, Camden, but maybe me and you can work out something. I think that this is important for them to go and do. The captain now, Camden, just goes, "Oh, Lars, well, you do have that deal going on." Lars goes, "And you do owe me a favor." Camden goes, "Shit, I was hoping you wouldn't remember that."
It's okay, we have a wagon. We can ignore this fucking asshole.
He goes, all right. Lars, here's the deal. You forget that favor I owe you, and I will just take them. Call it square. Lars goes, you're asking me to use my one favor I have with you for this? I mean, and he's obviously trying to milk it. And he goes, all right, fine. We'll call if you'll call it square, I'll take them, and I'll even bring them back if they need to come back, or I'll take them wherever they need to go, and I'll give them service for kind of pulls out a piece of paper. I can give them 7 days. If they're going to be here in the desert, I can give them travel for 7 days. Lars looks over at you, Steve, and says, how does that work for you, my friend?
It sounds fantastic, I do say so, my good friend.
Lars smiles and says, see, there we go, we got ourselves a deal. And Cam goes, yeah. Blood letter, holds out his hand and shakes Lars's hand, but has a smile on his face. Lars looks at it and says, there you go. I was going to ask him for some other favor, but you know what? This works out.
Thank you dearly, my good friend Lars.
He holds out his hand and says, yeah, anytime. Friend of the family's friend of mine.
I will take it in both of mine and shake his hand dearly.
And he shakes it and says, but just remember, I might have to call on a favor from you now. And he gives you a wink.
I like to believe I'm always keep my favors up.
Very good. Radio. Well, I've got some passengers to go and get. I was just want to have a chat, but I got to get going. Camden, you take care of them now.
Safe travels, my friend.
As to you. And he heads off back towards his skiff.
I shall go and gather the others.
Still asleep.
Sapini's like back at the cart, just grumping.
Theo has just been chilling with Balto, making sure he doesn't need water, making sure if he needs water, he's got it and that.
My friends!
Okay.
It seems I have come up with transportation for upwards of 7 days, no less.
Oh, is that so?
Well, I didn't want to...
So what was the price?
I may owe a good friend of mine a favor, which is nothing I don't owe many people.
I'm just gonna raise an eyebrow.
Steve's just gonna pretend he doesn't see it.
That's so.
Yes.
It's dangerous to owe favors out there.
Oh,
He's just gonna hold out a hand to Sabine.
If it was dangerous to owe favors, then I would be dead by now.
Oh, it's dangerous, especially when they come asking for things that are out of your control.
I mean, I had Harg come asking for a favor once. That was an interesting tale. He brought us all the way to some strange continent called Australia. But that's for another time. I need to help him get, his girlfriend? I don't know. It was some eastern, northern lady with a gun, I think? I don't know. Quite an interesting tale. But for another time.
Oh, you just wait until somebody asks you to slay a giant.
Or worse yet, slay a friend.
Oh yeah, that was true that last.
There's reasons why I usually travel alone. But it seems that fortune has favored me to traveling with companions. But we must go quick, for our transportation may leave upon the hour.
Yep, it's your favor, so who am I to... I completely forget the term. Not judge.
Complain.
Argue?
Disagree? Yeah, or complain, that was the word. So, who am I to complain? And then he will follow the goblin.
Yep, Sapin just gathers her things and hops over as well.
Oh, we are bringing the cart with us.
Well, she still takes her things, even if we are taking the card with us.
Okay.
If they all would get up from beside Balto and look to him, well, it seems we got ourselves a ride across the desert, and so then we will be able to bring your cart with us, boy.
He happily makes noises.
All right. And that she will lead him towards their little desert skiff thing that they're going to be riding on.
All right. Well, the captain and his crewmen help carry or bring your luggage and your wagon on. Help each of you who needs help because you're too short to reach the ladder up.
Re.
I have climbing.
And once everyone is on board, he's like, "All right, well, if this is everyone, we should be setting off as soon as possible."
So, I'm still just asleep inside. Wait, do you want me to roll to stay asleep inside the wagon?
No, you're not. They wake you up because they're not going to carry you in the wagon when they have to put the wagon in the vehicle.
Ah.
You're getting woken up by strange people.
Strange people, probably armed. Ah!
Who are you? What are you doing? Are we being robbed?
You're
No.
finally awake.
We're transporting you guys across the desert, but we're not going to lift the cart with you sleeping in it.
I look around looking for my party members.
We're already on the boat.
They're gone!
Or various states of getting on the boat.
So I see them.
Yeah.
Okay. I slowly hop off the wagon.
You are in a desert.
How's the weather?
You were not in the desert 5 minutes ago.
There's sand everywhere.
Of course.
How hot is it?
Oh, go fuck yourself if you're making that stupid fucking Star Wars reference.
Oh god.
We're gonna have to figure out a way to make it tomorrow. Make it every single day.
I head towards the boat, rubbing my eyes, getting the sand out of my eyes.
How did you get sand in your eyes?
Well, when you sleep, you tend to get like sand in your eyes, you know.
Gunk.
Yeah, it is called sand.
I'll be honest, I've never been in a desert.
I always just call it agu.
I just call it gunk. It's gunk.
It's just always
Yeah.
Sand
say
from
shit.
the sand, man.
Yes, exactly. I joined the rest of the party. What did I miss?
Everything.
Okay, can I have a little bit more detail than that?
We traveled. Then we found these, these things, and now we are gonna be traveling on this.
Oh, that's convenient.
Yeah, thanks, Steve, for that.
Thank you, Steve.
It was nothing. Actually, that's the wrong character sheet. Whoop. Looking at the wrong character sheet for a second. But my good friend Camden here is going to bring us transportation for several days.
That's wonderful. So, we're still taking the carts to get back, though?
Well, it depends on where our journey brings us.
I shrug and make my way onto the boat.
All right. Once everyone is on, he starts setting, taking off the anchor, pulling a massive weight out of the sand, and activates a rune that kind of starts pushing the ship forward just enough so that it can catch the wind.
Crom will just be resting with his camel.
Yeah, Sabine just goes to the most utmost front or back, and she finds
Just away from everyone else.
well, she finds a comfortable spot and she continues writing her diary.
All right. Very good. Probably gonna be several. It's gonna be quite a trip. Several hours.
By the way,
Okay.
Striker, I would just like to say Stalingrad is starting in 1 hour.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm going to
we probably want to
propose
wrap this up
take
here.
a break. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I'm
I was
very
thinking
hungry.
I was actually thinking this is probably about a good place for us to call it good as we just start in the desert.
With a horse name.
I mean, unless anyone wants to make a random perception check before we end.
Screw
I'll do
it,
it.
I'll do it.
Why
Yeah, fuck
not?
it, rolling perception.
All right, everyone roll perception, and this is a couple hours in.
Oh!
I
Good.
got +7.
That's 8.
Jesus.
It just...
Oh my god,
Ooh.
Auden!
Auden, is that with your +1 to your roll as well for sleeping?
That is not. So that would be a 23.
Yeah, you
If
gotta
you
remember
get-
that gets a
I have
+1 to everything, to every time you roll a die.
Oof.
All right, so for those of you who rolled above or a 20 or above, off in the distance to the west, you think you see something kind of in the distance on the horizon, kind of shimmer there. You're not 100%, but you're fairly certain you're seeing buildings out that way.
Huh.
Yeah, so Sapi notices them and it just speaks up to the normal crew, pointing towards the building and says, "So what are those?"
And I think that's a good place to end it.
What are those?
What are those?
What a journey.
What?
Damn, Sabine. What are those?
Back at it again with the journal.
Yeah, you can probably tell where I'm going with the whole diary thing.
Someone just
Are you-
screaming at houseplants. What are those?
Not the cactus, though.
Guy in the
kill it.
desert. Okay, so I'm ending the stream. I hope you have all enjoyed the session, and bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Be back in an hour with Stalingrad.
Oh my god.